Let's see if the game will decide to work on the first try here. Let's see. Hey there, Santa. The game's trying to protect you from itself. It might be. One thing that I really love, that's pretty funny, is with Escape from Monkey Island. Like, my computer, I haven't really tried it since I've moved over to Linux, but I know Windows would regularly think that Escape from Monkey Island was a virus, and it's like, you don't want to run this. This is malicious. And in many ways, it was. So I don't know. I'm sure it would be doing the same thing with this if if it had the opportunity. Okay, so where were we? We were in this graveyard. There appears to be some sort of puzzle afoot. Where we've got some particular gravestones here. I think it's just this one on this screen. All these screens look just like this. And there's basically what appears to be two elements to it. There's the gravestone itself.
A gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten.
So they got that. We can't interact with it at all. However, there's a second spot up here.
There's a hollow at the top.
So yeah, there we go. And you can actually click on it twice.
And
it always gives you that. But this, I think, is the hollow.
There's a hollow at the top.
I'm assuming, I guess. Unless there is like a hidden hitbox in here that I'm missing, in which case that would be... I mean, this is the top, right? So that's the hollow. So it makes me wonder if we need to, use an item with it. And I'm pretty sure that we've tried everything. We also have a...
That would be stupid.
Yeah, we have this very stupid idea of a bucket on a fishing pole. So anyways, yeah, we've got to... this is kind of the situation. And so we've got a bunch of these gravestones. This is a fairly large graveyard for what it's worth, where there's multiple screens and sometimes multiple graves with that particular punch in. All of this, there's the other one right here. Is that the only one? Yeah, okay. I might map this out and see if there's maybe some sort of I don't know, some sort of clarity that can be gained. From the layout or something. So it's again pretty large area here, and it all kind of leads into, I think, this room, which is... yeah, take your time, Halligan. It's fine. I guess it's not a speed run yet. To this thing. So I guess our goal is to get inside this somehow, because there's some sort of amulet that we need to stop the evil druids, which were once babies. In my mind, they're still babies. They're just forever babies. But yeah, the evil babies. We need to stop the evil druid babies. And there's an amulet in here, presumably that we can use.
It's gigantic. The mausoleum is practically a castle itself.
Now, the only kind of hint that we've gotten on this is that there's an old legend where some guy threw salt at the real version of this castle and it crumbled. So there's sort of a thing where it's I don't know, we need to just throw salt at this thing. But I also believe I've used everything on this. But it seems like that, one of those, either we use we either use an item on this thing or we use an item on one of the gravestones. None of them seem to have a button or anything on it. That's kind of what I was expecting initially when we were kind of digging into this. Is that one of these has a pushable button and then it's an ordering situation, but
a gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten.
Again, I'm sort of just spitballing here. This is kind of an insane situation that we find ourselves in. But that's that. And yeah, if it was Curse of Monkey Island, that was the virus, that would have been actually perfect. Instead, we have to escape it. Escape. So, anyways, that's where we're at. That's how my day's going. We can go through our inventory quick. For those curious, maybe you're joining us for the first time. We have a fishing pole with a bucket
Now the
attached to it.
bucket's hanging from the fishing rod.
So there you go. That's very cool. Nothing on that. This is a scarf that we've kind of used as a
The
rag.
green scarf. It's Janet's.
Yeah, it's ours now.
I should think up something else.
What is this?
Some tufts of grass from the place where the bones were found. In a bag, for evidence.
Yeah, and this is like presumably burnt by some sort of acidic substance, is what we kind of heard.
That's the bone from Epping Forest. Wrapped up just the way it should be.
Yeah, and there's gold in this bone. There's gold in them hills. Gold in this bone. Which has, I don't know, gotten a lot of other people involved in this whole mystery. Got some
My
gloves.
gloves. I nicked them out of the exhibit room. A roll of plastic bags.
A bunch
to
of
secure
bags.
evidence.
Yeah.
Now I've got a clipboard with the form for information procurement, the carbon paper, and the form for stationery procurement. But the carbon paper juts out a bit. That will be noticed.
This is an insane puzzle that we began like 2 streams ago that we can't finish because we need to get a pair of scissors, and the game has decided that it needs to make that particular piece of the puzzle impossible to do. So this is something I think will come into play later on. I don't expect to use that now, but I've been wrong before. So there's that. Apple juice.
A bottle of apple juice.
Yeah, got that.
Fingerprint powder.
Fingerprint powder.
A matchbox. Still half full.
And finally,
My case file.
this freaking case file, which ended up being an interesting solution for a different puzzle last time, and we'll leave it at that. That is where we find ourselves. Again, we can kind of... So this way, I think, takes us back to where the kind of room we were in before. There doesn't appear to be an entrance or some sort of way to go into this building here. When we first loaded in, it looked like somebody was walking in the background. Unfortunately, because of the nature of this video game, I don't know if that was just a glitch or a real person, and I've not yet been able to find a real person there. So it's I don't know, another mystery, right? But again, just more gravestones. There's 1 or 2 on every screen, just about. And then again, it kind of just cuts into these little bits here. Again, we get a couple more of these. I did a fairly thorough check of the edges and stuff. Like, this is a game that reminds me a lot, not in a good way, or in a content-wise, but it reminds me a little bit in the 3D-ness of Grim Fandango. And one tough thing about Grim Fandango was always that, like, sometimes you don't realize there's another room. You know what I mean? Like, there's a room hidden away because they just hadn't figured out how to, like, I don't know, stick to the 180 line or, like, do something that makes sense for the player. And so I've been really careful about trying to find out if there were extra rooms in other places. But anyway, that's that's where we're at. This is how it's going. Yeah, not a single pair of scissors between Britain and France. That's right. You know, insane. Oh, geez, we got a raid. Shout out to Twitch for not giving me any sort of notification on that. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, Fractal Mind Mike. Nice to see you. Hello, Raiders. Sorry for the lack of fanfare. It's part of the mystery of the Druids, I suppose. We don't know why the alerts aren't working. But welcome on in, everyone. We are indeed playing this very cursed video game for the first time. Joining us on a very interesting murder mystery at the moment, with seemingly some paranormal-y sort of elements to it. But yeah, welcome in, Ediththron. Welcome. Yeah, the notifications I hope will be sorted in another couple of weeks. There's a few things I gotta do with that, but playing it cool. Haven't played this one. Yeah, this is it's an interesting game. It's hard enough to get running, to be honest. But we're cooking with that. But yeah, it's just kind of one of these games that feels very of its time in a lot of different ways. I guess since we're all kind of chatting here and we're kind of getting the lay of the land again, there's all kind. I think we've seen all the rooms in the graveyard. There is a wide world out there that I don't think that we need to. I think that we're probably can solve everything within the confines of that area, but this is sort of the castle that they were referring to.
A tower. This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed.
So yeah, again, a lot of this has been just like fancy text and stuff. There hasn't been like a lot to glean out of this, but here's like the bigger version of that castle. There is this interesting punch in and under the archway here that we can go into. But there's nothing in here. I'm assuming that this is maybe going to be a set piece for later on, I would guess. The backgrounds are pretty nice, considering. But the game kind of gives up on it a little bit in different parts, but... Excuse me. Yeah, 7 hours ago in a throwaway. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're in France right now. This is kind of the town near this castle that's been set down. We can also take the boat here with this insane captain guy back to the UK and kind of the greater London area. I guess it kind of is all around England at this point, but every time I go back there, everyone's like, you need to go back to France to go get this this amulet. So yeah, that's what we're up to. I don't know. Here we go. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for the raid, Mike. I really appreciate that. Big fan of your channel, so it means a lot. Hopefully everyone has a nice cozy time here while I bang my head against the wall trying to figure out these puzzles, because holy smokes, they are they haven't really been, I don't know, a lot of them haven't really made a lot of sense. we were stretching a little bit with some of them. So just to make sure
it won't work like that.
My brain is working right, we're gonna do the old try everything on everything just to make sure here, because
it won't work like that.
I'm pretty sure that none of these
no way
makes sense. I'm guessing that I'm missing an item.
I can't do that.
That maybe I can pick up in here.
That. Think first, Brent. That won't get me any further.
Because the little divot on top is sort of like...
That won't get me any further.
I had one other idea, I guess.
I thought that won't get... Of course, it can't work like that. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that.
I love when the game just insults you for
I don't believe it will work like that.
So cool.
I should think about it again. I should think about it again. No, not a chance.
Because it ended up, like, to get into this place, this ended up being an absolutely insane, like, I guess it makes sense, but it's like an insane solution to get in here. So I'm not recalling any dialogue that, like, said, oh yeah, like, you know, there was an ancient, I don't know, thing you put inside the divots in certain places. I don't recall anything like that. I think these are the only two screens also. This one and the one we were just on are the two screens that do not have any gravestones. Any vague hints? I might call upon that at some point. I was kind of like lightly thinking about this. I honestly pushed this whole game out of my head for a little while this week because it was just like too much to contend with. And I was hanging up some laundry just before I came online here to do this, and I started thinking about it, and I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do here. So it's kind of an interesting one.
A matchbox, still half full.
Burn it down? Think, Brent.
I'd better not light that.
This has a really weird interaction here, where if I click on certain spots, he runs back over here, but if I click on the door, it gets closer.
The door's walled up. The door's walled up.
Okay, so the door is a
A
different...
mausoleum. I expect the lord of the castle's buried in there. The door's
So the
walled
door
up.
is a different hitbox. That's interesting. The healthiest thing to do, yeah. I'm trying just to stay sane. Trying to make it work. Trying.
Now the bucket's hanging from the fishing rod.
I really thought this was going to be a breakthrough getting all this stuff here, but it turns out I haven't... I don't know. I have to also think about how this... I put this together in the very first stream of this game, and we still haven't actually used it for anything. So, like, some of these are, like, have to be compartmentalized. You know what I mean? Like, they need to be put away separately, and I have to remember, like, I might not use this for years, probably, until it's done. I don't know if I tried anything, like,
Looks
everything
that
on the
won't
door.
work.
I click on the door and click on... So, yeah, there's nothing we can do here.
I'd better not light that.
Okay. That's the most we've
Not a
gotten
good
out of
idea.
anything. Apple juice, for sure.
That won't get me any further.
This game also suffers a little bit from, like, the old HES game syndrome, where, like, if you pick up an item, you actually don't know where the cursor actually is. Like, is it the top left corner like you'd think it might be? No, it's probably directly in the middle of
That's
it,
futile as well.
you know? So I have to make sure
That
I'm
is no
clicking on the right
important
thing.
evidence, I'm sure about that.
This is not... Yeah, I would love him to bag up this whole thing. That'd be incredible. That's a sandcastle quality to it. I don't think you're wrong, Mini Roach. It's got definitely
That won't feel different with gloves either.
maybe we can use our bucket to make a replica.
That's
in
the
the
bone
sand.
from Epping Forest, wrapped up just the way it should be. No, better not. Some tufts of grass from the place where the bones were found. In a bag, for evidence. Nothing's happening. That won't help either.
I don't want to keep warm in the cold.
I thought it wouldn't work like that.
I already know the answer to this is going to be infuriating, for sure. Can we slip the lock here,
No,
too?
not a chance.
No, okay. It looks like a playground. It kind of does, right? You crawl through the little entrance. And there's, like, slides and steps and stuff. Gonna love the answer to this. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I can't wait.
It's a mausoleum. I expect it's a mausoleum.
Just gonna see if there is any other hitbox in here. I don't think so.
The door's walled up.
Door's walled up. Oh, we deleted him for a second there. Oh, okay, no more Halligan. Everybody rejoice. Oh, there he is again. So now I guess the question... It's a bouncy castle, there you go. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Got 3 on this one.
There's a hollow at the top.
So again, these I don't really know what else to do with those things, and perhaps these are not related in solutions. The fact that I'm gonna love this solution does not fill me with confidence. But it does check out for how this game has gone so far. Again, just gonna do my due diligence here. That's just an exit to the side. I love most of the solutions. Excellent. I guess we kind of knew that coming in, right? So these are 2 separate gravestones. I just noticed that the owl is in like every scene. as well. Not clickable, not every scene, but that owl, presumably, is the same owl that's in the other spot. Is it in every scene? Didn't even notice it was there until now. There's another one towards the beginning. Or actually, it's just outside. The owl appears over there. That's my Discord. I forgot to turn streamer mode on. No one panic. Interesting. I wonder if that has anything to do... Okay. Is it gone? It was over here. Is it random? Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm just kind of going back and forth to see if I can get it to come back again. A random piece of the background being an important part of a puzzle would check out on this game. So like this. See that one there? Unless it was this. Oh, this was the screen I was looking at anyway. It's not selectable. Do I need the owl to land on it?
Gravestone. Pretty weather beaten.
What do owls like? Do owls like apple juice?
Nothing's happening. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that.
The only other thing I can think of is, like, wouldn't it be nice if we could read what's on the gravestone? Like, that would be helpful. Like, do we have to do, like, an etching?
That doesn't work.
Grave etching?
No, better not. I'd better not light that.
Owls are not what they seem. Yeah, exactly. We need a lady with the log to help us out here, though. That's the thing. Log lady.
Think first, Brent. There's a hollow at the top.
Hollow at the top. I'm wondering if, like, does the hollow... Let me quickly save this. I think this is under amulet. I'm just really quick gonna fix that Discord thing because that'll be kind of annoying, I think, after a while. Do. And one fun thing about this game is if you alt tab out of it, the game will crash 100% of the time. It's a feature. There we go. Now everyone can not wonder if that was your Discord or not. They like rats. Well, that is not an item that we have. I think I asked this on the last stream, but there's nothing like colorblind related, I don't think, that is in here. There's nothing like hidden in the background of one of these that's like, oh, there's a green, brown, orange, or red thing sitting in the background, obviously. So that's positive. We'll take that. The owl is not selectable. I guess let's do another peruse around and see if the owl follows us anywhere so I don't read into this too much. Because it would be, I don't know, more of a waste of time if I was. Okay, there's the one from the beginning.
A gravestone. Pretty weather beaten. There's a hollow at the top.
So that's all we get. There's a hollow at the top. We can see where the actual spot is because it's an X otherwise. So we have it here.
That would be stupid.
But that would be
A
stupid.
gravestone.
Yeah, not
Pretty
bad.
weather beaten.
That would be stupid. Can we select this one? No. Yeah. catch it. This wouldn't be something where I need to use it from out here. That would also be stupid, I presume. Like, make a lot more sense to have the punch in. That's why we'd have the punch in.
Of course, it can't work like that.
But using the gloves with the gloves, yeah, yeah, that's not my intention. Pull one out for the homies. No. Okay.
A matchbox, still half full.
I mean, do I go back to the to the main castle and there's like a little bit of salt left on the ground or something like that? Is that how we acquire the salt? This game could really use a hotspot highlighter. This is the only one of these in here. So yeah, the legend basically... I wonder if they're two different owls, I guess. The legend was that some guy like asked for something. I don't know if it was like... I don't even think it was like to stay the night or anything like that. It was like, I don't know, borrow a cup of sugar type of thing. And the evil lord of this castle was like, get out of here. And so then the guy outside threw, you know, it was magic somehow, and threw salt at this place and it crumbled down. Hence my obsession with salt right now. The problem with this whole thing is the fact that all of that makes too much sense, and that doesn't really follow kind of what the game has sort of taught us, that you need to think of the most outlandish ways. Moon logic. Now we're going to a different location, different dimension. All right, we've clipped into the wall here. That's kind of cool. Let's get out of there, maybe. There we go. I don't see any other hotspots here. The only one that and in fact, this one's not even a hotspot. From the other side it is, but looking at this tower, doesn't appear that there are any... There really is nothing to click on here. Good gravy. All right. Let's bring it home. Ideally, if we can get a run going. There we go. Yeah, this is
the ceiling of the tower has caved in. The ceiling of the tower has caved in.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything here. And I'm very hesitant to think that there is anything back in town again, but maybe I'll be wrong on that.
Looks like this used to be a tower, but it's collapsed.
Yeah, it's a collapsed tower.
Looks like this used to be a tower. Looks like this used to be a tower, but it's collapsed.
But it's collapsed. It really is a mystery. So yeah, okay. Maybe let's have a look at this one. So I think both of these towers are different.
Tower. This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed. A tower.
Well, maybe not.
A tower. This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed.
Okay, that is all one hit spot. Or hotbox, hotspot. Hitbox, hotspot. Okay. Oh, that's got to be some speedrun tech, by the way. Like being able to warp through there. Although it kind of feels like maybe if you can get Halligan stuck on something, he like still does run there. There's like part of part of his body that runs. And then you just kick it across the end. Run for this is pretty wild. Oh, jeez. I could imagine. I mean, I'll definitely do a speed run of this if I can get it to run, like for the entirety of the whole thing. Knock on wood, it's been fine so far, but obviously this game's a little prone to crashing. Very cool video game. Okay. Da 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 da. Starting to feel as if I may need to take a vague hint here. It's just the one on this screen. Oh, no, there's a second one over here. I've definitely inspected all of the gravestones, and I have not personally perceived anything different between any of them. I might be missing an obvious piece to it, but they all kind of look like the same exact one. The only thing that I've noticed...
Expect the Lord of the Doors walled up.
The only thing I've noticed on this is just, you know, that we've got two hotspots here. The door, and then the actual mausoleum itself. And this one's got 3. 1, 2, and 3. Again, I don't think any of these are different from one another. This is my worry, right? Is that these gravestones have nothing to do with that amulet. Or this is like a second step. Like, we need to, like, get inside of it first, and then suddenly something out here becomes relevant. That's my worry. One of my many worries with this game. Over and underthinking it. Amazing. What's tough is I don't even know if it's possible for me to find the middle ground here.
There's a gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten.
Okay. Let's think about this differently then. I've used everything with the hollow. Everything that I pull out is not usable, hence the X on the actual gravestone itself. So that kind of eliminates item that we have at the very least. Left click does nothing on either case.
There's a hollow at the top.
Right click just gives us the 2 lines of dialogue we've now heard thousands of times. Uh, I just go in a big old circle. I want to live in this cemetery. Well, we might end up living here, as far as this stream is concerned. So you might be in luck.
The door's walled up.
With my bouncy castle, it definitely is a bouncy castle. If it's not inside, it'd be quite disappointing.
It's gigantic. I expect the Lord. It's gigantic. The mausoleum is practically a castle itself.
These druids have attitude. All right, let me ask this question. I'm going to start picking people's brains here because this is. I feel like I need to get kind of recentered a little bit here. Goat Brush, thank you very much for 27 months of Prime Subbage. You only get one of those. Thank you very much. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you, thank you. 27, that's a long time. Let's go. Let me start with this question. Yes, no question. Am I able to do the next thing right now as is? Meaning I don't need to go back to town. I don't need to go back to Britain. No. Okay, so we are missing something externally. Very good. Okay, good. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. Otherwise, Shadow Cloud would have gotten their wish there, and we would have indeed been living in that graveyard for a long time. Okay, well, let's explore the countryside. I don't think there's anything in here. Hopefully, I'm not zooming out too far. But I'm going to head back to town here and poke around a little bit here initially, and we might actually have to head back to Britain. In fact, it might be worth heading back to, was it Oxford or something? Or the guy, the professor who wrote the book. Get some updates there. May have missed an area. Oh. Meaning a hot spot. In the cemetery. And you can answer that. Okay. Not in the cemetery. Oh, golly. It's a wide world out there. Alright, we'll start here. And then we'll zoom out.
The ceiling of the tower has caved in.
Okay. I guess before we run out here, I should double check the outer area. We'll kind of do this systematically, even if it ends up taking us a good chunk of time. So we'll begin right outside. Yeah, the hotspot thing is perfectly fine. I'm picking a little bit at it. So I missed a hotspot, not in the cemetery. I'm gonna consider this checked. I think this is probably part of the cemetery if we're being really pedantic about it, but I guess this is outside the borders. But it does not appear that anything here has been there. Okay, on to the next screen. So this arrow here says that we can go down to the other spot. I'm aware of this hotspot, which just talks about the towers.
A tower.
Look at the dramatic turn here.
This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed.
Okay, we've lost Halligan, but we don't really need him. We can do this alone.
tower. A tower. This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed. A tower. A tower. This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed.
I'm going.
A tower. This castle must have been a real fortress before it collapsed.
I'm crossing this one off the list. So there's a lot to look out on this screen, I guess.
Looks like this used to be a tower. Looks
There's
like
gonna be a lot of
this used
tower
to be a
talk here.
tower. Looks like this used to be a tower. Looks like this used looks like this
You're
used
gonna
to
get
be
a
a
little bit of that
tower,
here.
but it's collapsed. The ceiling of the tower has caved in.
So the reason I'm doing this, by the way, it's not to be fun. Well, it's a little bit to be funny, but it's mainly because he'll say something different. I'm assuming if it's a different hotspot. Maybe I'm making a bad assumption here, but so by kind of
That is
clicking
no
and going down
important
the right,
evidence, I'm sure about that.
doing the right click, it's a whole thing. This allows me to just make sure that I'm not missing anything. So I don't think there's a single hotspot other than leaving on this one. And this would be a room that I wouldn't be surprised if there was a hotspot for. We're literally just going to go line by line here. There's not like much of an indication a lot of the time. That there is something. The cursor just barely changes. I'm kind of one to miss that anyway. Oh, hang on. Was that a thing? Was that just the game bugging out, or was that actually something here? Might have just been the game, I don't... I think that this is clean. I don't think there's anything to find in here. I did not see anything. I want there to be something here. It's just Halligan phasing into the rock structure. So that's fine. That's normal. That's normal stuff. 3 hours wandering on trying to solve one puzzle. That is the experience, I think. In this case, it almost feels like I'm spending 3 hours trying to find the puzzle. It's been so long since you've had to do a screen sweep. It must be nice. I feel like there's been some games on this channel recently where I have really had to take my time to do that. It's not always the best experience.
Looks like this used to be a tower. Looks like There's not much left of the old walls.
Oh?
There's not much left of the old walls. There's not much left of the old walls.
Are you kidding me? Okay, so we can. So this didn't change.
There's not much left. It's not much. Looks like this used to be a tower.
Oh
but
my
it's
God.
collapsed.
So I have to right click on anything. Just everything I need to right click on. And sometimes he'll talk and I won't know about it. I just won't know until I try it. Books. Alright, well, let the furious right clicking begin. Holy cow. So the hotspot suggestion means that there is something.
It's not much. It's not much. It's not much. It's not much left of.
Like it's not a new
It's not much
room.
left
It
of the.
doesn't appear
It's not much.
for now.
It's not much. Look. It's not much left of the old walls.
That's just this. Okay. All right. I'm leaving, and we're coming back to town here.
A de chevaux, probably the fisherman's. A de chevaux, small sailing boats. There doesn't seem to be much of a fishing industry here anymore. I take it these drums contain fuel.
Do we just blow the roof off this thing?
I take it these drums contain fuel. That won't help either.
Okay. Had to ask.
I take it these drums contain fuel.
All right. This is the puncheon over here that we picked up the fishing pole and bucket from initially. Doesn't look like there's anything out here. Been playing Mist. Let's go.
I take it these drums contain fuel.
All right. I mean, I don't think. I mean, I think I've gotten everything on these screens. I think so.
I can't do that. Small sailing boat. Small sailing boats. It doesn't seem. I take it these drums. Small sailing boats. There doesn't seem to be much of a fishing industry here anymore. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that.
All right. So before I get the vague hint, let me just ask this question: is this hotspot in France or is it in England? Or we'll even expand out to the UK because what the heck? I feel like that's vague enough. What country is it in? It is in France. Okay. Right? I feel like that's vague enough. I also love that the fishing pole is appearing in the background here. There is no fishing pole. We've got it right here.
I don't believe it will work like that. Monsieur le Capitaine?
What can I do for you?
No, I've changed my mind.
What? Well, it's up to you.
No offense.
None taken, my boy.
My boy. Hail Mesta. Yeah, I actually like this little tune as well. I think this will hopefully get added to the playlist at some point. It's a nice little calm tune while you pull your hair out trying to figure out what to do with the cat. Okay, so we know the hotspot is in France.
Small sailing boat. I take it these drums contain fuel.
Fast forward selector.
A de chevaux, probably the fisherman's.
Okay. Hotspot. So I already knew about this.
A de chevaux, Carmore. A picturesque little place.
Let's see if there's anything else.
Carmore. A picture. Carmore. Carmore. A pick small sailing boats. There doesn't seem to be much of a fishing industry here, and I take it these drums contain fuel.
Okay, let's double check the punch in here. I didn't see anything last time, but we're gonna do the old screen sweep. Just looking for that one pixel. You only need one. Shoot, you know what I wasn't doing? Right-clicking furiously while I was doing this. Okay, so there's just the exit to the south, it appears. Can't do anything like use the bucket to go fishing or anything. I think this is clear. I don't think there's anything there. Let's check the bottom. I think this is the punch in with this guy, right? Okay. What was this? The bottom of the boat? All right. Okay. 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 I'm not going to get mad about this. I'm not going to get mad about it. That's just fine. What an oversight that was for me as a player. For sure.
That's salt.
And that's salt. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Okay. Let's use the bucket. Why does that work? Come on. Are you serious? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay.
These are huge lumps of salt.
Okay, huge lumps of salt. Okay, so we know where to look, where to use the salt, presumably. I'm sure this will start to get real stupid here soon, but that's that. Thanks for the good luck, Archie. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Physics, of course, yeah. Yeah, check every detail. Yep. Yep. It just never occurred to me that there was this bottom of the boat, because that is right next to where you punch in to talk to the captain. Alright. So I guess we'll just start with the obvious beginning of this, right? So we will go ahead. We will try throwing salt at this thing. If it works, terrific. If it doesn't, then we move on to...
This doesn't need salting.
Excuse me?
This doesn't need salting. I don't think the wind will be able to scatter a lump of salt like this.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't think the wind will be able to scatter a lump of salt like this.
So move closer to where you throw the salt?
This doesn't need salting.
Okay.
I don't think the wind will be able to scatter a lump of salt like this.
Okay. Okay. So I can't let myself think logically because it'll drive me crazy. Because what I would say is just like, why don't we just get closer to it and then throw the salt at it? Because then it'll reach it. But we can't do it. Can't think of that way. So how do we get the salt to make it over here from this position? Can we use the bucket?
That won't get me any further. It won't work like that.
We stick it in the gloves?
That won't get me any further.
Put it in the bag?
It won't work like that.
No, that would be silly. You're right.
That does. Not a good idea. That work. I should think up. Looks like there's no. That doesn't work. They would have. There's no. I thought it won't work like that.
Okay. Yeah, that, I mean... Okay. So now we need to parse exactly. Can we use this on these spots? Okay. Okay. And we can pick them up. Oh, that is okay. Okay, I don't like what's happening here. Oh. Oh boy. I agree, Bon. I don't know if you can hear her. She's yelling right now. I think she's upset by this as well.
The door's walled up.
Oh. Of course. Okay. So we have one lump, one item
These
of
are
salt.
huge lumps of salt.
So I'm assuming I need to try all of... I have to do this over and over? Do I need to use something with it? Do we need to get it?
I should think up something else. A gravestone. There's a hollow at the top.
I mean, I guess if
Gravestone.
anything opens, I'll probably hear it, right? But then again, that might be me trying to make logical sense
There's a
of
hollow.
things. All right, let's try it with a screen where there's an owl. Owls like mice and rats and things, right? Are those salty? I can't say I've had one myself, but... Oh, Commander Rob with the hundo! Holy cow. Incredible work. Powerful stream streak. Thank you very much. Come and get it. I want...
A gravestone.
Like, do we need to, like, make the salt magical in some way? As I have a feeling that just me putting salt in here
That won't... Nothing's happening.
is not enough, right? But yeah, amazing. Okay. This is kind of... I mean, what does the game want me to do here?
The door's walled up. A mausoleum.
It's a pretty incredible bit where it's sort of like, oh, like, you can't put salt... You can't just throw salt at it. It'll blow away. But what it does let you do is put salt in a gravestone even further away. And that is supposed to just make sense. All right, let's go to the beginning or something. Let's try the beginning. Insult them. Oh, dear. I should. All right. Start at the first screen here. Oh, my goodness. This game. Go ahead. Here we go. Well, bam. That's definitely the... I don't have to get... Alright. I had a really stupid idea. The game doesn't want me to get more salt, does it? Like, do I need salt for every grave? Yes, I'm asking rhetorically. Sorry. I mean, I'll figure this out really quick, I imagine, by going down here and checking if I can get more salt. It doesn't look like this is clickable anymore. So the answer appears to be no. I'm like so paranoid about missing something.
It won't work.
Okay, so it looks like we only get one shot at the salt. Let's hear the story about the salt one more time, I guess.
Monsieur le Capitaine,
What can I do for you?
I've got a few more questions concerning our Pierre,
Yeah, later. I
sound.
Yeah, but
You're
no,
really.
I
You were an.
of
I thought.
quite
Well. What do you know?
the castle. The castle is shrouded in greater mystery than the darkest secrets I have ever experienced or heard of.
That's saying something.
Precisely, my boy. After all, I have seen and heard more than most mortals could ever dream of. But none of it is as mysterious as the story of the Castle of Carmore and its evil owner.
Evil. Yeah, go on.
Tell me more about the castle.
The Castle of Carmore was once the home of a good and righteous lord. Around 1000 AD, the Druids came there. You've heard of the Druids, I take it?
Oh yes, quite a lot in fact.
Sadly, yeah.
Go on. Where did these druids come from?
They were the last of the Druids from Britain.
Really?
Yes, really, my boy.
Do you know why they came to the castle?
They entrusted the Lord and his family with the safekeeping of something of great value to them.
What was it?
Nobody ever found out, my boy.
All right, what happened then?
The item remained in the family's possession for generations. But then the castle went to a descendant of the family who was not good and righteous, but cruel and mean. The evil lord of Carmore.
Was that what he was called?
That's what he has been called for centuries. He was a tyrant and a murderer. He enjoyed killing and held satanic ceremonies at the castle. Villagers would disappear from Carmore and never be seen again. They say he was executed during the Inquisition.
What do you mean, they say? Was he or wasn't he?
No, I know the true story. The castle was destroyed before the Inquisition ever began.
Hey,
But
Soul
how?
Driver.
The truth was told in a very old Breton legend.
And?
One day, a salt seller by the name of Gergen came to the castle of Carmore and asked the evil lord for a drink of water. But the lord set his dogs on the man.
Go on.
Out of revenge for the lord's cruelty, Gergen hurled a handful of salt at the castle, which tumbled down immediately, burying the lord beneath it.
But why?
It was an ancient druid curse.
How can salt destroy a whole castle?
Through the magic of the druids. Salt is a destructive element. It corrodes, it decomposes, it parches. It can make people die of thirst.
The salt seller had knowledge of druid customs.
Well, he certainly knew how to use the magic that druids employed to deal with their enemies.
Okay. Dee.
Monsieur le Capitaine,
What
when he...
into a
Yeah,
then come
I was gonna check and see if our professor friend can shine any light on that. Now that we have the salt, maybe we can look at something. Arthur Blake. It's probably nothing. But we'll have a look just to see. And also, we've got a couple Bonnie treats lined up, so I'll see if we can get that going here after
good day
this.
to you, Mr. Blake. I'm back.
Ah, Mr. Halligan. You don't sound too cheerful.
What a greeting.
I take it your search was not...
I went to...
Oh,
Well, I did that one-horse town rid, and now I'm...
tell me what happened.
I went to the...
So you...
Yes, that wasn't too...
Yes, and there was no...
Like I said.
Uh-huh.
He's from... He told me a few things about the Lord. The captain said that the Lord of the...
That's very interesting. They took the... Please.
The Lord was obvious. He was cruel, and the official version...
What do you mean?
That's what I... He told me that
There we
the
go.
Lord had actually died as the result of a curse.
A curse?
Yes. A salt cellar he treated badly, threw salt on his castle. It collapsed and buried him.
Very interesting, Mr. Halligan. I've heard of such a curse before in an old Breton legend. So the Lord died due to a Druid's curse. Who knows? Maybe the amulet was buried with him.
Okay, so really, that was not any help at all. Yeah, the Bonnie treats are very popular. Speaking of which. Let's see. She's in this mood right now where she does not want to get out of bed. When I went in there earlier, when I started stream, she was like flipped upside down, and I was like, "Do you want a stream treat?" And she like thought about it and like half rolled over, and then was like, "Actually, can you just give them to me here?" And I'm like, "Well, that's not how this works." Hello, there she is. She was thinking about it again. All right, we'll get some tunes on here while we give Bonnie some treats. So, I believe we've got two lined up here. We've got one from Osaku. Thank you, Osaku, for the Bonnie treat. For anybody over from the raid, or if you just stumbled in here, this is Bonnie. And then we've got the other treat here from iDoc. Thanks, iDoc. Get some good pets. One for just because having a good day. One on the house. If you want to go back to bed, you may. Oh, sleepy dog. Oop, all right, we're back. Okay. Let's get back to the castle, I guess. So we didn't really get much on that. I think we left the salt over here. So it doesn't look like we can get more salt.
There's a hollow at a grave. There's a hollow at the top. There's no point. It won't work. I thought, that no, better not. I don't believe that won't get me any further. I don't think that won't get me. That won't help either.
So it does seem like we just pop it in there.
There's a hollow at the top.
We just pop it in the hollow and then question mark, question mark, question mark. So there's, I think, is there two on this screen or just the one? Just the one. I guess we'll kind of do the first thing, which
This doesn't need salting.
I was like, what?
This doesn't need a gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten.
Okay, so I think this at least confirms that, like, just putting salt in there is not... doesn't appear to be enough for this. So there must be another step. You can kind of see it looming in the back. I don't know. This is a crazy puzzle. I worry that I'm actually supposed to know what I'm doing. I'll be honest, people. I don't think that I do.
There's a hollow at the top.
Yeah, we only get one piece of salt. So I kind of feel like it's like, oh, you know, the like, there's just one that's going to be, like, the magic gravestone. I want to say that I've put them in all of them now.
This doesn't need salting.
That's how the song goes, right, iDoc? This would be pretty terrible if I have to basically put it in one and then run all the way back to the mausoleum to check.
The door's walled up. I expect the lord of the castle's buried.
This is one of the difficult parts of this game, is that... Why did we run between those? That was super weird.
These are huge lumps of salt.
Like, sometimes you find a mechanic, like putting salt on top of a grave, but there's not really a lot of explanation on sort of, like, what that... Like, what does that do? It's almost like trying to work through a puzzle backwards where they reveal the mechanic, but they don't tell you what it does. So you kind of just feel like you're flailing your arms. Bucket of salt is a good one. I saw that the scissors got added as well. That's a pretty excellent addition. I wouldn't put it past this game to be like you have to be on that screen to get the right cutscene. So what does he say if I do this?
This doesn't need salting. I don't think the wind will be able to scatter a lump of salt like this. These are huge lumps of salt. No way. These are huge lumps of salt.
Madness. I wonder if I need to interact with the gravestone?
Gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten.
Like, does it maybe unlock something on the gravestone? I fear that this is going to be a
The door's walled up.
game of trial and error here. Because really the only information that I recall is the stuff that we just got, where it's like, we know that it's druidic magic.
There's a grave. There's a hollow at the top.
I'm admittedly not an
Door's
expert.
walled up.
It doesn't
A
seem
mausoleum.
like that is going to do anything for us. Was this the one? Yeah, we were down on the lower one. Hey, Slames James. Welcome. Yeah, my druidic studies. Yeah, I'm not even through the 101 at this point. Oh, one thing I need to make sure I'm checking is trying to interact with the gravestone with the salt in there, I think is going to be of somewhat importance. Some importance, perhaps. At least just to cross off the list. Okay. All right, so this screen appears to have nothing of value for the time being. Did we do both of these? I think we did, but for due diligence, I'm going to punch in here. Hit it.
A gravestone.
Just peek. Hey, Snooster. Welcome. How do I run Tails on Linux? I am using... So I have, like, the Steam version. So it's just running on one of the Proton... Proton things. I think I have it running on, like, 10.1 experimental. It sounds too tasty. It's actually how we're running this right now as well. Oh, wait, did I do... Hang on. Oh, this is going to be so stupid when none of these work.
I expect the doors walled up.
I have been told by Meows that has been doing some soda research, and that usually means that something wicked is on its way. So it's possible things could get a lot worse for me very soon. But for now, we have what seems to be a fairly tasty beverage. There's always a chance it could be bad, but I have tried the cola, like the Fritz cola, and it was very, very good. Like that we kind of like cut behind that particular grave. That's really funny. The hibiscus hemp lemonade was good. Yeah. I think there were a lot of possible pitfalls in that one. And it actually seemed to navigate that really, really well. There's this one as well. I haven't done that one, I don't think. But yeah, I'll grab that that soda and we'll drink it in a little bit here. Okay, nothing new. Okay. So what I'm doing right now, it might be a waste of time, but I'm doing it to make sure I'm kind of crossing my thoughts off the list here. And that is that I'm basically putting this piece of salt in every single gravestone and then running to the castle to see if something has happened. I'm also checking to see if I can, like, push any buttons or anything. Again, I don't know if this would happen, but the problem is that I would not put it past this particular game to be like, the action only happens if you're on that screen because video games. So this is kind of like why I'm just going and running and checking each time.
It's gigantic.
Right, so this is down here to the right. I like that the music, they had some creepy music playing at some point. That is just subsided, so we're just kind of alone with our thoughts here in the graveyard. This is not a game you want to be left with your thoughts on, I don't think, but... Alright, well, people find their way back in. I will get the game fired back up again. I don't remember the last time we saved, so that could be a problem, but... I think I remember where we left off, which is what matters. I think that this actually ends up being... Yeah, just getting the salt right. That's all good. We were on this screen here, I think, when it crashed as well, so we'll just kind of keep that in mind. That is going to happen, unfortunately, with this thing. The game is simply too powerful. So we'll run out here. We'll get a little change of scenery for a minute. Too close to the solution. That's it. Yeah, that is it. We can't have that. We can't have any progress, the game says. All right, so let's run down here. On kind of the positive side, like, I'm glad we did end up using the bucket and the fishing pole. I guess technically relatively close to when we got it. Unlike that that clipboard and stuff. Okay. Terrific. So I'm gonna head back to the cemetery and then I'll save again. That way we don't have to do that again. Not that that's an unpleasant cutscene. I guess there's a lot worse ones that we could live through, but that's that. Yeah, plenty of salt after this. Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. Got plenty of salt to put on every grave at this point, but... there it is. Okay. Let's pick up where we left off. I think we were on the one initially to the left here. Something over here. Or yonder. In fact, why don't we just really quick make a save? Saved. Resume. Cool. Okay. Does not appear anything has changed. Ooh. Ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-da-dum.
The doors. I expect the lord of the castle's buried in there.
It's gonna be so cool when nothing happens after I do this. From every point in the graveyard. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so cool. Okay. Let's collect our salt. This will be really disappointing maybe if it's like, oh, put the salt in every single one of them. And in this case, like, we wouldn't have done that because of the crash. We have another one over here, don't we? Or is it just the two? It's just the two. Okay. Getting to know this graveyard in and out like the back of my hand here. So that's, you know, a plus, right? Could be helpful. Good game knowledge. This looks pretty,
Mausoleum.
pretty much the same. Bum, 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 bum. Is it here? No. It's the other way. So it's this one. I'm just going to really quick, out of curiosity, come from the other side. This owl is like kind of interesting only because It's in that same animation style as like the background, but was the same as the cat, and the cat we could kind of interact with. But it doesn't look like we're going to have that opportunity. All right, that's fine. All right, just a couple more graves to go. Here, Cedric. Okay, there is nothing on this particular screen. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. This one should have nothing as well. Should be sure I'm right-clicking on stuff, though. Okay. There we go. Another one down. Let's go check. Let's see if anything has changed. I guess if the door was all that opened, like, maybe I wouldn't hear that from the other side. A different video game would alert you, though. Like, oh, that sounds like something happened with the door.
The door's walled up.
But yeah. That's a different video game. Not this one. Oh, where am I going? Not this way. I'm going this way. All right, there's only one more left like this, in which case, if nothing happens, then I'm going to really have to dig deep to think of what to do here. Right, just to double check.
A gravestone. A gravestone.
Dibba gravestone. Yabba dabba 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 gravestone. I guess maybe there's not like a thought that you could have that would be like, we need to use the salt first on the real castle, because that's where the druids used the salt originally. Maybe there's like a, I don't know, it can get some druidic power. Although there's not really, again, many hotspots over there.
It's gigantic. The mausoleum is practically a...
Okay. So I think we've done all of them. Maybe I missed one, but I don't think so. So I think that this solution is just incorrect. So we must try something else. So let's try, I guess, going to the castle proper and seeing if we can
There's a hollow at the top.
do anything there.
Nothing's happening.
There was the comment from the captain being like, oh, salt's like, you know, creates a lot of harm. I was like, I guess there's a lot of harm on the grass, so.
This doesn't need salting. This doesn't need salting.
Okay.
This doesn't need salting.
I think we're going to hear a lot of that in the coming minutes. What is this pathing here? I clicked on this like a half hour ago.
This doesn't need salting. This doesn't need salting.
Okay. Confirm my suspicions regarding salting. Okay, there's nothing weird here, right? Maybe I was a little too hasty.
This doesn't need salting.
Leaving this area, I suppose.
This doesn't need salting. This doesn't need... Monsieur le Capitaine?
What can I do?
Okay. Can't go down there, can you now? Too true. This is so strange. Like, what does the game want me to do? A hollow at the top. It fits this.
A gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten. There's a hollow at the top. There's a gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten. That won't get...
Oh, good.
That won't feel different with gloves either.
I thought that, yeah, I thought that was gonna crash again.
My gloves. I nicked them out of the exhibit room. That's futile as well. That won't help either. This doesn't need salting.
It does not need salting. I mean, is there anything I'm missing? I mean, there must be.
There's a gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten.
And so if I try to do this, what does it say again?
I don't think the wind will be able to scatter a lump of salt like this.
Okay, so like, do we break it?
Some tufts of grass from the place where the bones were found. In a bag, for evidence.
So I won't be able to scatter the lumps of salt. Do we just need to break the salt up? The reason I picked that bone is because it was like the bluntest thing that we had in our hands. What madness is this?
That's salt.
I love that no one in this world has any tools other than the one guy who has a pair of scissors.
It seems to have worked.
I love that. That was worth all the stress, I think. That was a great animation.
This must be the amulet. I found it.
That's convenient that it wasn't crushed under the weight of the mausoleum. Okay, well, we got the amulet. Easy.
That's the Amulet of Transformation.
Oh,
I'd really like to know why it's called that.
appreciate the giant punch in there. Okay, well, I guess we need to head back to the professor. Let me really quick save this because who knows what's going to happen. How many other times this is going to crash. Stationary procurement form. Immediately ban salt. Yeah, excellent reaction, right? We're just gonna brush over the fact that we threw a handful of salt at a building and it collapsed, and we're like, oh, there's the amulet. Right where we left it. Incredible. Alright. So yeah, I'm making the assumption we need to head back
Monsieur le
home
Capitaine,
again.
when he...
Into.
Yes.
Then come aboard.
Oh, we're on the boat. Okay. Let's make a save for the boat. Boat. Save. Resume. Okay. Look outside.
That's the sea out there.
Is it? Okay, that's very helpful.
It's empty.
Okay, riveting. Glad they made that a hotspot.
The sea's calm today.
Sea's calm today.
A bunk. Rather Spartan. I'm not tired.
Okay. Gasp. Clothes. Linens.
Clothes and stuff. Clothes and stuff. Clothes and... My spare suit. Just in case. I don't think I need to change my clothes just yet.
What?
Clothes and stuff. That's my hold all. It's too early to pack. We won't be arriving yet.
Okay. Okay.
This must be the ventilation shaft.
Oh, we deleted ourselves.
This must be the ventilation shaft.
Why is that help? Oh, boy. Okay. Guess we'll leave.
Hold on. I think I'd better leave the amulet in the cabin. I might lose it otherwise. Or it might be stolen. But where can I put it?
In the drawer, I guess?
No. This doesn't look a very safe place to me.
In the vent?
Nothing's happening.
Oh, that sounds like a you problem, Halligan.
I should think about it again. That won't help either. That won't get me any further. That's futile as... I should think about it. That won't get me... I can't do that.
You can't or you won't?
That would be stupid. Think first, Brent.
So we're finding a place to hide this? Hide it in the sea.
I don't believe it will work like that.
In the bunk?
Looks like that won't work.
It's not safe here. Do we have to use it?
I thought it wouldn't work like that.
Like wrap it up in something?
Think first, Brent. I should think up. Think first. There's no point. I can't. That won't help. It won't work. No way. That won't. I don't want. I should think about it again. That won't get me any further. I'm not tired. A bunk. Rather Spartan. It's empty.
Weird. Okay. Do I need to put something like put that in there first? And then like stick that under there? Is this like a...
That would be stupid. I don't believe it will work like that.
I'm assuming this needs to be done in an order that the game prefers.
I should think up something. It won't work like... of course. It can't work like that. That doesn't work. Clothes and stuff. It's too early to pack. That's my hold all.
Okay.
Looks like that won't work.
All? Is this considered all?
That doesn't work.
Hold all?
I thought it wouldn't work like... I don't think I need to change my clothes just yet. Clothes and stuff. I don't think I need to change my clothes just yet. It's too early to pack. We won't be arriving yet. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that. It won't work like that. That's futile as well.
What are we doing here, huh?
This must be the ventilation shaft. Hey, this flap opens up.
Okay, I was like, that's a slightly different colored spot. Is that safe enough for you? Why do we need to get rid of it?
A perfect hiding place for the amulet. No one will find it there.
Okay, sounds like we need to save. Boat, save, resume.
I think I'll go and get some fresh air.
What a silly puzzle.
God, what's been going on here? Someone's broken into my cabin and searched through all my things.
Oh, looks like that place wasn't so secure, was it?
The amulet. Where's the amulet? It's been stolen. I don't believe it.
If you just held on to it, you would have been
Whoever
fine.
did this made a thorough job of it. Whoever did this made a thorough job of it. Whoever did this made a thorough job of it. Whoever did this made a thorough whoever did this made a thorough job of it.
They do a thorough job of it.
The amulet. Where's the amulet? It's been stolen. I don't believe it.
So this was just a set piece for us to lose all of the progress that we
Whoever
had?
did this made a thorough job of it. Blast
Sure.
it. The thief must still be on board. But we're pulling into the harbor. I'll never catch him now.
Okay. Okay. Like, what? Where do we go now? I guess we just tell this guy we had the amulet, but then we lost it?
Hello, Mr. Blake. I'm back.
And? Did you find the amulet?
That's a long story.
Really was a long
Well,
story.
go on then. I can't wait to hear what happened.
I found the amulet. It was walled up in the Lord's mausoleum.
Really? It really does exist then. And you've got it. Show me.
Well, I did have it, but it was stolen from me.
Stolen? How did that happen?
No idea. I hid it in my cabin during the crossing. Someone broke in and rummaged through all my luggage.
Was anything else missing?
No, not a thing.
Someone must have been following you.
I didn't notice anyone. Who could have known I'd been looking for an amulet in that godforsaken dump?
Certain people may be taking a great interest in your investigations, Mr. Halligan. Do not underestimate the power of the Druids.
Yeah, we skipped all the good parts of me wandering around in circles in the graveyard.
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it was just a case of ordinary petty theft.
I very much doubt it, Mr. Halligan. Nobody else knew of our conversation. You were followed. And now the amulet has fallen into the wrong hands. Now nothing can stop the perfection of the ritual.
Sounds like we're in good shape.
I haven't met anyone who looked like a druid so far.
No, Mr. Halligan. You won't recognize the inheritors by their cloaks and sickles. They're people, just like you and me. They could be powerful industrialists, high-ranking politicians, or influential military men, people in key positions of society.
What can I do then? I
Sandwich
can't possibly
artists.
check up on the entire upper class of British society looking for a couple of druids.
No, but it may be worth your while to keep an eye on groups of neo-druids. If anyone tries to justify their claims to the druids' inheritance, they will.
Neo-druids.
Neo-druids? What are they?
There are a number of groups around claiming to be the druids' rightful successors. They're organized in orders, like Templars or Freemasons.
Tell me more about these neo-druids.
Like I said, the neo-druids try to live their lives according to ancient druid ideals. Some of them do a lot of charitable work as well. But there are some really dubious associations going around, combining the druids' customs with occult rites. Rumors say that there's such a sect at large somewhere in London.
In London, you said? Do you know where I might find these people?
I have no idea. All I know is that the only people who know anything about the order refer to it as the Circle.
The circle.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. I'll see what I can make of it.
Good. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to call on me anytime you like.
One more thing, Mr. Blake.
Yes,
I get the impression this business could get pretty dangerous from now on.
yes. Very likely, Mr. Halligan.
It may be safer for both of us if we let someone else in on the matter. Please call Melanie Turner in Oxford and tell her the whole story. Make sure she learns everything you've told me. She works at the Anthropological Museum. Her number's in the phone book. And tell her I'll get in touch with her myself as soon as possible. Would you do that for me?
Of course, Mr. Halligan. Good luck.
I've got a few more questions regarding the theft of the amulet. Mr. Blake, are you saying the Druids stole the amulet? That's absurd.
The amulet is vital to the perfection of their ritual. Believe me, we're not the only ones with a particular interest in the amulet. The Druids are after it just as much.
I thought the Druids ceased to exist 1,000 years ago.
It seems there are still some left after all. Just as I suspected, they are among us now. They never left us in the first place.
Okay, so we've gone through the rest of that. Okay. Very good. I guess we'll head back to London. So Melanie is going to get let into this thing. I guess we head back to Scotland Yard.
Halligan, into my office at once.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Here we go. Don't mind the wall there, Halligan. Just phase on through.
Halligan, come on in. I suppose we should be glad that you drop in now and then.
What's the matter, Chief?
You know, Halligan, I was just asking myself what you've been doing.
I've been investigating, Chief.
Well, have you? And do you know what I've been doing? I've been dismissing loads of press people, worried citizens, and politicians from my office. The phone hasn't stopped ringing since this morning. The mayor's been to my office, and I haven't seen much of you. When do you expect to come up with results?
I don't even know what day of the week it is. I don't want to commit to that timeline.
I'm getting there, Chief, but it takes time.
Takes time. Takes time? Will I ever get to hear anything else from a detective? Where the heck have you been, Halligan?
Don't answer that question. I've been running around in circles in a graveyard.
You'll get a report at the end of the week.
The end of the week? Why not at the end of the month or at the end of the year? I want the results on my desk tomorrow morning, Halligan. And now, I want to know where you've been all this time.
What is going on? Gun and badge on my desk.
You'll find out when you read the report I'm going to write.
Don't be impertinent, Detective. As your chief, I'm entitled to ask you about the results of investigations and your proceedings whenever I like.
Yes, Chief, of course.
That sounds better. Otherwise, I could have you write a report about every single step of your proceedings, and I think you know that.
Very well, then. I was visiting an expert on Druids.
You were what? Halligan, have you lost your marbles? You're not supposed to be indulging in your hobbies. You're supposed to be solving the skeleton murders.
Is that all, Chief?
No, that is not all. One of the phone calls this morning was from the 4th District in Oxford.
Uh-huh. And?
A beggar has been to see them. He
Oh, boy.
claimed that somebody had first put him to sleep and then robbed him. And do you know who that person was? No, a man who calls himself Detective Halligan. Our colleagues looked into the Central Personal Database and guess what? They found a man by the name of Detective Halligan, and he works for my department. What do you say to that?
This is ridiculous.
When did you receive the phone call from our colleagues?
Oh, less than half an hour ago. Have you any idea how embarrassed I was about the affair? The colleague I talked to said that the beggar still had some of the substance he'd been knocked out with. Medical alcohol with apple juice. Halligan, please tell me you didn't do it.
I had nothing to do with it, Chief. Honestly.
Well, I hope so, for your benefit. From now on, I expect you to start looking into the case at hand.
Okay, Chief. I read you.
Indeed? Excellent, Detective. Then get out and do your job. And Halligan, if I should hear that you are conducting your investigations in any dubious or illegal way, I'll take you off the case immediately.
Understood, Chief. Chief?
What is it now, Halligan?
Okay, I'm going. Sorry, sir.
What a situation, huh? Oh, wow. Okay, so what do we even do now? Thought this was an adventure game. We don't pay for our crimes in adventure games. Okay, still levitating. Good to see. Maybe we can do the phone thing now, even though it doesn't make much sense. Oh, yeah, we have a missed call.
Brent? Hello? Is that you? It's your mother. You know, I hate these modern talking machines. I haven't heard anything from you for months now, Brent. Is that any way to treat your mother? Aunt Annie's celebrating her 75th birthday at the weekend. We have both been invited.
Okay. I assume the game.
You will
Oh, there it
come,
goes.
won't you? Brent? And please, wear something smart. Do me a favor.
Oh, God. That's all I need.
That pesky family. All right, let me save quick because the game did bug out a little bit there. Resume. Okay. So this must be exactly what we need here. So I think it's
Doesn't
one.
work like that. You don't hear anything, and nothing happens either.
Scotland Yard Detective Lowry.
I'd better leave that. That's none of.
Hello? Who's speaking?
Okay, there's another message, I guess.
Hello, sir. This is Al's Pizza Palace.
Pizza.
Your account from last quarter has not yet been paid. It amounts to £275.
Are you
Please
kidding
see
me?
to it within the next few days, otherwise we will have to stop serving you.
£275? Wow, that's my personal record.
I've never met another person who has a tab running at a pizza place. I'm gonna reload the game really quick because it's starting to bug a bit. So we'll take a brief moment here. We have a Bonnie treat as well. Let's see if she'll come in. I also need to get the soda at some point. Because I'll be honest, I like pizza as much as the next person. But 275 pounds of pizza is both the weight and the currency is a lot of pizza. That's crazy. Alright, so it does seem like we've got a couple... We've got 6 messages.
Hello, Mr. Halligan. This is Melanie Turner speaking. I was wondering why I hadn't heard from you, but Mr. Blake just called and told me everything. I'm out and about quite a lot at the moment, and you may have difficulties trying to get me on the phone. But if you need me, just leave a message. See you later.
Okay. Yeah, good point. In that economy, that's a lot of pizza. And pizza,
Let me
even.
give you some good advice, Detective Halligan. Don't interfere with our affairs. It wouldn't be very healthy.
What? Who was that?
Halligan? This is Miller. Damn it, where are you? Do I have to speak to this damned answering machine if I want to get hold of you? If by any chance you happen to turn up in this department, I want to see you in my office.
I love that he called them like this. We can't even call externally. It's in interdepartment voicemail.
Miller speaking. I've had enough. You better come to my office as soon as possible. Did you get that?
The chief. I'm glad I've got that behind me.
Okay, so that's the one for sure.
Scotland Yard Detective Lowry.
Miller speaking. I've had enough. You better come to my office as soon as possible. Did you get that?
Oh, of course, sir. I'm coming. I'm on my way.
Okay. Let's get our scissors. Our one pair of scissors has taken me 3 or 4 streams to get. Delicious, delicious scissors. What is this hot? Look at this. Are these melted?
These are Lowry's paper scissors. He must be looking for them.
That is not what a pair of scissors looks like. Anyway. Okay, so now I need to...
Lowry is in there. Rather him than me.
Okay, we can't go in yet. Hey, Bond, did you want a treat? Let's do that. We've got at least one treat. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Yep. Got one in from Hit Marty. I'm just checking to see if we have a second one here. Oh, Bonnie hiding over here. Hello, Bon. It's just lurking, not sitting in her bed. Just peeking around the corner. She's like, I heard there were treats. So, just checking on that. Yeah, just the one from Hit Marty. Thank you very much, Hit Marty, for the treat. There we go. See the wall of shame up there as well. All the bad sodas. Good gravy. Okay. Well, bam. We're back. So...
Now I've got a clipboard with the form for information procurement and the form for stationery procurement. Phew.
Excellent. So I think I have to get that signed. We put this back. No. Is there anything...
Lowry's phone.
Guess we don't do anything else here. Can I just give you this form? I feel like not. I think I have to get it signed first.
No, not a chance. Hello, Janet. What about my database inquiry now?
I don't like to repeat myself, Brent. Have you not been listening?
Yes, of course I have.
Well, then you know it all, don't you?
Sure.
In that case, see you later, Brent.
Okay. Everyone's so nice. Oh, we can come in now. Okay, cool. There you go. Where are you going? Where are you going?
That won't get me any further.
Okay. All right.
Chief, I've got an 88M9 order form for stationery here.
For stationery? You need new stationery again? Halligan, you'll lead this department to financial ruin someday. Do you know that?
Yes, sir. No, sir. It's nothing extravagant. I could do with a new pencil sharpener, that's all.
When will you learn to take better care of your things, Halligan? Scotland Yard can't print its own money. Every month, the accounts department gives me a hard time because of the deficit. Our budget for office costs is limited.
I know, Chief, but I'm not able to work without a minimum of stationery. Here, I've prepared this for you. You just need to sign it.
Okay, then. Okay, give it to me.
Signed it with a
But that's
cigar.
the last time. Do you understand? You'll have to buy the next sharpener from your own money.
All right, Chief.
Anything else, Detective?
No, that was it.
That's good. You know the way out, don't you, Detective?
Of course, Chief.
Oh my god, this game. Well, little does the chief know, we'd have to knock out another homeless person to be able to afford that pencil sharpener ourselves. So this is actually for the greater good.
That's a form for information procurement.
We're keeping Halligan off the streets. It's for the best.
It's me again, Janet.
Hello, Brent. How's your case going? Have you got any further yet?
It's the nicest thing she's ever said to us.
Janet, I need a database inquiry. Have you got time?
Of course, Brent. Have you got the form for me?
Yes, it's here.
What is happening with your arm?
Good. We'll go ahead then.
So wait, I have to give you the piece of paper and then you'll talk to me? What are we doing here? Okay.
I'm looking for information about a group called The Circle.
The Circle. Just a sec. It won't take a moment. Yes, we've got something in the database about them. Let me see.
What do you do with your arm?
An order of Neo-Druids. Their head office is in London. The head of the group is called Lord Sinclair.
This is the worst posture. Holy moly. A game called Circle of Blood.
Do we know about anyone with a criminal record within the group?
Now, just give me a second, Brent. Somebody once filed a complaint against Lord Sinclair for disturbing the nightly peace.
Is that all?
Who thought this was okay?
No, hang on. Oh, some months ago, a gardener was killed on Sinclair's estate. And the murderer was never found. After the murder, Lord Sinclair and his order were under surveillance for some time, but there was nothing conspicuous to be found.
Ah, that's interesting. Anything else?
Well, Sinclair was fined once for hunting without a license. No, nothing else.
Like somebody said this is good. We can only have Janet with her head in her hand. Even if she's reading the computer, she looks at the computer and then turns over and then says, "Oh, well, would you look at this?" And then like does a read. Like this is already, I mean, posture is a mess anyway, but like this is a twisted mess of arms and neck and like GoldenEye Perfect Dark style face. This is so great. I love it.
Could you please print that out for me?
Of course. Would you mind telling me what these Neo-Druids have to do with your case? Is this one of your usual mad ideas?
I don't think so. I'll have a closer look at these people anyway.
Well then, happy hunting.
Good. Thanks a lot, Janet. I have to go.
Okay, Brent. See you later.
Hello, Janet.
Halligan.
Could you print out the data once more?
Well, you've already got one copy. That's enough.
Okay. Thank you anyway, Janet.
Don't mention it, Brent.
Defeated.
I don't want that.
So what is this just what's left of the clipboard, I guess?
These are Lowry's paper scissors. He must be looking for them.
Laughs. Laugh not included. So what do we do now? I guess we leave, I suppose. Lord Sinclair. Okay, we've got
I should leave a message for Miss Turner.
Okay, I guess we're not doing that. We're gonna go leave a message for Miss Turner. I guess I'll make a save. Sinclair. Save. Resume. I assume that the door is locked.
Locked. Looks like Miss Turner is out.
I like that he was like, this is about to get really, really dangerous. Let's definitely involve this civilian, normal civilian, in with this hunt. Who has no idea how dangerous it's gonna get.
You can't get through like that. I can't hear any dialing tone.
Oh, don't. Do I actually need to drug this guy again? Is this what has to happen here?
Let's see if the phone number of the museum is listed in here.
I think...
Museum, okay. Museum of African Studies, Museum of Ancient History. Here, Anthropological Museum. And the extension of Professor Turner? It's here. I've got it. I can't hear any dialing. It won't work without money.
Okay. I'm gonna laugh if this is the actual solution to this. So like instead of just speaking with her, right? Or using the payphone because we're broke. What's this guy gonna say? I think we actually have to go to Arthur Blake to then use his phone because our own department won't let us use the phone. It's insane.
Hello? Haven't seen you for a while.
You get lost, you crook. You nicked all my pennies. Me last 60 pence. It's bad enough I get robbed and the police do nothing about it. Now you coppers are nicking the stuff yourselves.
Hey, you shouldn't see it like that. Let's say it was business. I really needed money for the phone, and you got my lovely homemade schnapps in return.
There. Gorgeous schnapps. That stuff wiped me out straight. I want nothing to do with you, mate. Get lost.
What?
You again? You better leave me alone.
Do you want the rest of it?
Hello? Hello? He's fast asleep.
Wait, we did it again?
A bottle of apple juice.
Oh, Halligan, why? I didn't think you could. That's amazing, but also horrible.
Just a rubbish bin.
We can't even rob him. We just literally knocked him out for the sake of doing it. Incredible. Oh my, wow. All right, let's get out of the city, apparently. That's incredible. What are we doing?
Mr. Blake, it's me.
Hello, Mr. Halligan.
I've got news for you. I know who's leading the circle.
You don't say. Who is it?
The circle's leader is an aristocrat by the name of Lord Sinclair.
Lord Sinclair. Never heard of him. How did you find out?
Research. Scotland Yard observed the group for a while. There was an entry in the database.
Have you done anything about it yet?
No, not yet.
Then let me give you some advice, Mr. Halligan. Be very careful. If this man is who we think he is, then he's extremely dangerous.
I know. I'll be careful.
Good. And if you find out anything new, please come straight to me with it.
Of course.
Good luck, Mr. Halligan.
Thank you.
Can I use your phone? No? Okay. Maybe like Arthur will take care of that, right?
I should leave a message for Miss Turner.
Do I have to do it from Lowry's phone? That doesn't make any sense. Why do we have to play as the one detective who spends all of his money on pizza instead of leaving a little
Mr. Blake,
bit of,
it's
being
me.
able to use your
Hello,
phone?
Mr. Halligan.
I've got news for you. I know who's leading the
Lord, have
No,
then be
I know.
good.
Of course.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Can I use your phone? I don't want to have this
Mr.
conversation
Blake.
again.
Hello.
I've got. I know.
This Lord,
No,
then be good.
of good. Thank.
Okay. Okay. So now the now the puzzle is, how do we speak to another person? Okay. Like, is this a situation where
Halligan, where are my scissors?
I've no idea. I thought they were on your desk just a minute ago.
Don't lie to me, Halligan. I know you've got them. And what was that business with the chief all about?
I really don't know what you're talking about, Steve.
Let me make myself clear. I hate that kind of thing, Halligan. I've had quite enough trouble with the chief for one day, thank you. Now tell me what it is you want.
Nothing, really.
Then get out!
Can I use your phone?
Hello, Mr. Halligan. This is Melanie Turner speaking. I was wondering why I hadn't heard from you, but Mr. Blake just called and told me everything. I'm out and about quite a lot at the moment, and you may have difficulties trying to get me on the phone. But if you need me, just leave a message. See you later.
I'd better leave that here.
I mean, how do we... How do I leave you a message? Do I have to call him
Doesn't
again?
work like that. I've already got the scissors. And Lowry has already had enough fun with the boss. I've already got the scissors. And Lowry has already had enough fun with the boss.
Okay, so... Does anybody else in this place have a phone, I guess, that I can use?
The switchboard. We have 4 lines, but Janet's all on her own at the moment. Hello, Janet. How's it going?
Halligan, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, then please let me get back to work.
Yeah, Janet has some problems for sure. Let me save in this room, because this room doesn't often bode well for us.
Are you all right, Halligan? How are you getting on?
Yeah, everything's fine. Thanks.
Good talk. Well, I didn't expect to get completely stuck on this. Is there anyone else who has a telephone?
I should leave a message for Miss Turner.
I mean, am I supposed to rob the guy again? I didn't see that he had any money. If so, that is deranged.
You again? You better leave me alone.
The beggar can make better use of them. These are the beggar's bags. The rubbish bin smells really bad.
You again? You better leave me alone. You again? You better leave me alone.
You better leave me alone.
Hello? Hello? He's fast asleep.
It's incredible that you can just do that.
The beggar can make better use of them. Just a rubbish bin. A bench. I really don't have the time for a break. I really don't have the time for a break. The letterbox of the museum.
Okay, so maybe we have to just write something up.
Locked. What could I put in there?
What could I put in there? Case files.
It won't work like that. I don't believe it will work like that. That won't get me any further.
Oh, was I supposed to pick up... I guess that stuff got printed and I didn't get a copy? Okay, this is a Dreamweb situation where they like print out the card to get into your hotel room and then they don't actually tell you. It just kind of appears on the screen, maybe. That threw me off for a long time during my first play of that game. What are we doing here? Okay. Oh, the printer is right here. Beautiful.
That's the printout of the database information on the circle. Lord Sinclair's address is on it as well. 234 Winchester Street.
Okay. This hopefully will be good enough for her. Just gonna run off into the sunset here. What an insane video game. Alright, this should work.
I should think about it again.
What?
I should think about it again.
Okay.
Think the green scarf. It's Janet's.
I mean, like, have to
think. I can't. It won't.
doctor it
Looks
up a
like
little
think
bit?
first, Brent. Looks like that was not a good idea. My case file.
The new cover sheet on it. I forgot something. Something. I don't know if I need to like write on it or something. Like maybe I can use a pen or a pencil in here. Can I? That's not selectable, I don't think.
My writing desk. I am definitely. I should think up something else. I thought it wouldn't work like that. Not a good idea. They would have. Nothing's happening. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use it. Hello, Janet. How's it going?
Halligan, what's up?
Could you print out the data once more?
Well, you've already got one copy. That's enough.
Okay. Thank you and
Don't mention...
And can we just make a copy of it? Or is he going to claim to not be able to use this either? That's an insane puzzle. Like, why? Why is...
That's the printout of the data. That's the printout of the...
Gotta do it. It's too bad he can't hang on to that and put that through the letterbox as well. So did I need two? Like, I needed a copy for me and a copy for her? Or... Where's that cover sheet comment actually real? Mailing a letter. Adventure gaming. To be fair, I guess Gabriel Knight 2 is all about mailing letters. So we're just following in
That'll do it.
the powerful
That should be enough for
footsteps.
Miss Turner to find me in case something happens to me.
Okay, that seems to be good enough. Very good. In fact, actually, why don't we save for safety? Save, yes. Resume. Okay. Lord Sinclair. Okay. We can go left and right.
Yes? Who's there?
Is that Lord Sinclair?
No, sir. I'm sorry. I am his lordship's butler.
Very scary staying on the no there. No. Boom.
Scotland Yard. Please open the door.
I regret that his lordship does not receive beggars, salesmen, and police officers as a matter of principle, sir. Besides, Lord Sinclair is not at home at present.
Oh, really? No beggars and police officers, right? In the name of the law, open the door. Otherwise, I'll kick it down.
Mr. Excuse me, what was your name again?
Halligan. Detective Halligan from Scotland Yard.
Detective Halligan, am I correct in assuming that you do not possess a search warrant?
Well...
Then I would like to remind you that violent and unauthorized intrusion onto the estate can be prosecuted.
If that's the way you want it, all right then. I'll be back. You can be sure of that.
Of course, sir. Thank you for your visit. Have a nice day.
Yes, I love some good paperwork in an adventure game.
A very solid lock. I've no idea how I could open that.
Okay, only because I want to make sure we don't need to do this. Okay, it's not that one.
It's locked.
Can't slip the lock. Boy.
This villa is really huge. Such a palace. For only one person. Of course, there's a fountain as well. That must be standard design for houses like this. This villa is really huge. That's the gardener's wheelbarrow. A lot of cut grass.
A lot of cut grass.
That's the gardener's wheelbarrow. Hello. Nice day today, isn't it?
Yeah, the weather's great. Just right for a walk.
Yes, that's what I thought. I didn't want to sit in the office any longer on such a wonderful autumn day.
Yes, I know what you mean. What kind of job do you do then?
Me? Oh, I work with the agricultural office. Administration of public areas, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You know.
Really? Is there something wrong with Lord Sinclair's gardens?
No, everything's fine. I'm here on a private visit. I just wanted to get some fresh air.
Why are we going down that? Like this path here.
What are you doing at the moment?
I have to cut the hedges. They grew rampantly this summer. Lord Sinclair doesn't want them to project over the paths where they could be in the way of walkers. He's a conscientious person.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yes, absolutely. He leads a very secluded life here, and he's always conscious of not doing anything that could annoy other people.
Don't work too hard. Oh my goodness.
What could annoy people? Out here?
Well, somebody could feel disturbed by disorderly hedges, for example, or somebody could get hurt. There would be a complaint or a caution or something like that. And Lord Sinclair would have to deal with it. He doesn't like things like that. He wants everything done in a way that guarantees that he won't be bothered.
Ah, you mean he wants to be left in peace?
Yes, you could say that. Even I don't see him very often. He often travels with a gentleman from his club.
What's Lord Sinclair's profession?
You mean, does he work? Or you don't have to work when you're that rich. I think he plays the stock market. And sometimes his bodyguards talk about new deliveries. Lord Sinclair is certainly involved in some sort of import-export business. But between you and me, I don't think that he needs the money. I think business is just a hobby of his, or something like that.
Imagine.
So he has bodyguards?
Of course. A man in his position needs them. And I can tell you, you wouldn't fool around with them. 2 former officers from the Foreign Legion. You know what kind of people they are. I'm always very careful with them anyway. I try to keep out of their way.
Is his lordship afraid of something?
I think he's just a very careful man.
Okay.
Does he travel often? Is he at home right now?
Yes, he is at home at the moment. He has some visitors. I think he and his friends are planning a little party. They're going to have dinner together tonight. They have done that quite often recently.
Are there going to be many guests?
Well, Lord Sinclair told me that he expects the 4 gentlemen from his club, and as usual, a guest of honour.
Really? A guest of honour?
Yes, that must be one of the club's traditions. They always invite one guest of honour to their dinners. Lord Sinclair always says that the guest of honour is the main person of a successful dinner. He is very hospitable. His guests are very important to him.
Hasn't he got employees who arrange these things for him?
Oh, sure. But his lordship is very choosy regarding those dinners. He insists on cooking everything himself and even buys the ingredients. He's a really passionate cook.
Really? You don't often find that with people who needn't worry about money. If I was rich, I'd have all my meals served in bed.
So would I. You can bet your life on that. But really rich people have their own ideas about all that. Lord Sinclair always cooks meals himself. He even locks the kitchen door. He probably doesn't want other people to know the recipes he uses.
Otherwise, we might eat the rich, I guess.
I have to go. Duty calls. Don't work too hard.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Pizzas in bed. That would definitely be the Halligan move, for sure. Okay. Let me just have a look at what's on the other side here. I have an idea of what can be done here. Oh, what is this? What are we looking at here? This all looks selectable, but left and right click both don't do anything. So that sort of suggests, I suppose, that...
Some of the wires are too thick for these little scissors. Some of the wires are too thick for these little scissors.
Okay, interesting. All right. This is what's going to happen then. Let me take a quick break because I think we've basically been going for a couple hours and I should probably stretch out. While I'm up, I'm going to grab the soda that got redeemed a little bit earlier and we'll have a little quick taste test of that. And then we'll get back to some more of this. Very exciting time. So I will be back on the other side of the break. Hang tight. Alrighty, nice quick one there. I've got the soda, I've got the dog, and we've got a treat for the aforementioned dog. So we'll have to get through it. I'm kind of excited to see what comes up next for this game. It's nice to be in a slightly different set piece than what we had earlier. Getting a little sick of the graveyard. Anyways, thank you, Hit Marty, for the treat redemption. Here we go, Big Munch. Tasty, tasty bits. All right. So we're gonna get back to Mystery of Druids shortly. But we did have a soda redemption, so let's get crack-a-lackin' on that. So, got this one here today. It's German orange soda, Fritz Limo, I guess. Orange. It's got a lovely color. I recently had the cola for these, or the Fritz Cola, basically, for that, and it was very good. Let's see. Brought to you by the founders of Fritz Cola, a lemonade the way it should taste. Fruity, juicy, and truly delicious. Best enjoyed ice cold. Carbonated soft drink with 17% fruit juice content. So yeah, let's give this thing a shot. It kind of looks like orange paint. There's something floating in it, which I don't know how I feel about that. I guess there's... I don't know if you can see it in the... Yeah, you can. There's like orange pieces in it. I don't know. I don't know about that. Bits. Pulp, perhaps. Well, let's have a go at it. I'm admittedly not as big of a fan of like orange sodas and stuff like that when they're... I don't know, it's a different kind of drink, like lemonade style. I don't know. It smells good, though. It's very fresh. Okay. Okay, that was not what I expected. Okay. All right. Interesting. That is not exactly what I thought that was going to be. This is an interesting an interesting drink so far. Adjusting chat a little bit. So, I think overall this is a good drink. It's fine. It's very much like a carbonated orange juice, which is kind of what it says on the tin, right? That's fine. It's definitely very... I mean, you can see the bits and stuff in here. It literally is like orange juice, but it's carbonated. It has an excellent carbonation to it. I think that was the case with the cola as well. I personally like sodas that have a big bite to them. I think you can overdo it, but this has a pretty bold flavor to it. But it is like, imagine like a fresh squeezed orange juice and then you carbonated the crap out of it. That's kind of where we're at. That makes it pretty good, because I like orange juice. And again, the bite is nice. But if we were looking for some kind of quote-unquote classic orange soda, this is definitely a different situation, right? Because it doesn't seem like there's any sugar added. I'd be surprised if that was the case. Okay, there's a little bit. Water, orange juice from orange juice concentrate, 10.5 to 10.5%. Then sugar, lemon juice from lemon juice concentrate. It's definitely got that sharpness. Mandarin juice from concentrate, carbon dioxide, lemon and orange extract, natural orange flavoring, antioxidant stabilizer, color. So I guess, you know, if you're looking for maybe, this is probably a healthier orange type of soda drink. But this is definitely not like your Fanta, your Sunkist, etc. This is definitely a more natural take on the orange soda thing. I think it's pretty good. This is, again, it's like orange soda, or well, it's orange juice, but with a carbonated edge to it. I think I preferred the cola to this, but I don't by any stretch think that it's bad. I think this is actually pretty good. This is probably an extremely refreshing drink on like a hot day if you want something with a little bit of bite. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's sort of in its own camp. I was excited a little bit to have like a classic super sugary orange soda, but I should have known a little bit better. But it's quite good. What about a lukewarm day? I don't know. Maybe not for the lukewarm day. I can agree with what it says on the bottle, though. I would not have that if the bottle was not ice cold, because that would be quite a different situation. All right. Let's get back to Druiditing. I think that was Osaku with the redemption. Thank you, Osaku, for that tasty beverage. Right. So it wasn't you. Shoot. Who redeemed this? This will crash, but I'm gonna look. Boom, boom. Snooster. Snooster did it. Thank you, Snooster. Let's get the game back up. People named Luke on a hotter day. Oh, it's a good question.
Of course, it can't work like that. I should think up something else.
It's interesting in this scene where there's stuff in the middle here, but you actually can't really interact with it at all. The scissors do work.
Some of the wires are too thick for these little scissors.
So my guess is that perhaps we need to... I mean, it's going to be impossible to get a search warrant, right? So my thought that I had was that I would light this on fire, and then he'd get distracted, and then we'd steal his clippers or something. That seems just deranged enough to where it would work. Look at this fire effect. And then snip through the side. I don't know what we're going to do after that. What is this reaction from this guy? He's running away? I guess he's going to get some water, perhaps. Well, we'll just leave it here. It'll be fine. It's a gasoline bush, yeah. It's got fresh gasoline. It was a very broken sword style puzzle, I feel like. It's like, oh, the brush is dry. There's that whole section broken sword too. So I'm assuming that this will help us cut through this.
Better not touch it. It could be electrified. A wire fence.
What
Better
did he
not
say?
touch it. It could be electrified. I bet this Lord Sinclair is prepared for unwelcome visitors. Damn, the shears are broken. Better not touch it. It could be electrified. I bet
Wait.
this Lord Sinclair is prepared for unwelcome visitors.
Are these the worst, like, shears ever?
The shears, ruined.
Ruined.
It won't work like that.
Gonna break these ones too.
Now the scissors are broken as well, but the
Oh!
hole should be big enough now.
Incredible. Oh my god. So they both broke? What?
Stop. Wait a minute. The fence is electrified.
How do we get rid of these two items from their inventory? Oh, they're just gonna immediately break after they're done. Amazing.
Climb through here? What if I touch the fence? That's too dangerous.
Then don't touch the fence.
I have to insulate the hole somehow.
Insulate the hole.
That's futile as well. That won't get me any further.
It's not how electricity works. Well, this game begs to differ.
That doesn't work. Climb through here? What if I touch the fence? That's too dangerous.
I'm crying. That was an insane situation. Like, what? Are you serious? Like, this thing's just burning up. Should we just toss all our garbage in there?
That's the gardener's wheelbarrow.
Can we take that?
That's the gardener's wheelbarrow. It's locked.
You broke my scissors.
I have to insulate the hole somehow.
Insulate.
I don't believe it. The shears, ruined. Lowry's paper scissors have suffered a bit. Part of the blade is gone.
Part of the blade is gone.
That won't. I should think up some. I don't believe the green scarf. It's Janet's.
Man, can we just use this to make the hole bigger?
I should think up something else. It won't work like that. Not a good idea. A wire fence. A wire. Climb through here? And what if I touch the fence? That's. I have to insulate the hole somehow.
So the hole is different. I don't know. What's an insulator? The bags?
It won't work. There's no point in that. That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that.
Not for us, maybe, but...
I should think about it again.
Be an important evidence for whoever's going to prosecute all of our crimes.
I should... No way.
No way. No, knee way.
I'd rather think about it again. I can't... No, it would have... That doesn't work.
Am I missing an item, I guess?
Lowry's paper scissors have suffered a bit. Part of the blade. I should think about it. I don't believe it. That's not a good idea. That won't get me any further. That's the printout of the database information on the circle. Lord Sinclair. Climb through here? I have to insulate the hole somehow. A wire fence. A wire fence. A wire. Climb through here? I have to climb through. I have to insulate. I have to insulate the hole somehow.
Okay, so actually this is all one hitbox then. They're just rotating pieces, I guess.
That won't help. Not a good... No, I should think... I'd rather... That won't help either. I don't look... No, better not.
Should we go get all our pizza boxes and insulate it that way?
No way.
Is there anything new? Like all this stuff that we've clipped off, can we pick it up at all, or? This is all one hotspot, I think.
Climb through here? And what if I...
Yes? Who is it?
It's me again. Open the door.
Sir, I don't think that it makes sense to repeat our unpleasant conversation.
Now you listen to me, my friend. You will now immediately...
I don't mean to interrupt you, sir, but if you don't mind, I will ignore your ringing from now on. Have a nice day, sir.
That's the gardener's wheelbarrow. That's the gardener's wheelbarrow. Nothing's happening. You could hurt yourself with those. You could hurt yourself with those. You could hurt yourself with those.
What could you hurt yourself with that?
Looks like that won't work.
I don't really understand what I'm supposed to do here. It's like this is the only other thing we can interact with on the screen, it seems like.
This villa is really huge. Such a palace. For only one person. Of course, there's a fountain as well. That must be standard design for houses like this. Not a bad little villa. This Sinclair doesn't seem to be a poor man. It's locked.
So maybe I'm missing an item from somewhere else. Perhaps.
That's futile as well. No, better not. That won't help. No, better not. I don't want that. That would be stupid.
That would be stupid.
It won't. Not a good idea. That won't. It won't. No way. I thought not a good idea. I have to climb through. I have to insulate the hole somehow.
Have to insulate the hole somehow. I mean, like, what are we gonna put rubber around this thing? Do we have any rubber?
I don't believe it will work like that. A wire fence. I thought it won't. That won't get me any further. That won't. That's futile as well. I don't want that. I should think. That doesn't work. No. There's no point in that. Climb. I have to climb through here. I climb through here. I have to insulate the hole somehow.
I can't go any further to the right, right? Correct. Ah. Crazy, huh? Ding dong.
Mr. Blake, it's me.
Hello, Mr. Halligan.
I've got news for you. I know who's leading the circle.
You don't say.
Of course.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Just coming back to ask you to wish me luck. I mean, oh, this is crazy. You can come all the way back here?
Monsieur le Capitaine,
What can I do for you?
when are you...
Into a...
Yeah.
Then come aboard.
Let's take a quick holiday to France quick. Have the rest of our things stolen. I suppose we can come back again. I'm just trying to think if there's any sort of, like, item that would help us in this predicament. Do we maybe grab the other jacket? Was there a second jacket in here or something?
That one is wet. Anyway, I'm already wearing a coat.
Okay.
I won't find anything I could make use of now in there. I've been looking for it. My brown sock. How did that get in here? Leave that. Nope, nope, nope. No darts now. I'm determined to give up.
Oh, I mean, what? 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 What?
Hello, Janet. How's it going?
Halligan, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Absolutely.
Absolutely nothing.
Anyway, it's soaked through from the rain.
I do not understand this. Like, what is the next step for this?
Far too hot to touch. Far too hot to touch. That won't feel different with far too...
Are you alright, Hal?
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Yeah. The answer is moon logic. Oh, good. Very good. We all knew that was the answer,
A
too.
rubbish bin.
We knew it was coming.
No, there is no fire here.
Big lumps of salt. All right, time to go back. Can you imagine? That would have been incredible.
Monsieur le Cap...
What can I...
When he...
Into... Then come...
I was waiting for that to work too, because this game would do something like that, I think.
It's locked. Climbed a wire fence.
Is there anything else that's like...
I have to insulate the hole somehow.
What do we have? We've got scissors.
That won't help. That won't get me any further. It won't work. It won't work like that. That won't help either. It won't work like that. No, better not. That... Nothing's happening. Not... No way. I'd rather think about it again. I should think up something else. It won't. I should think about it again.
So the answer's going to be something insane, right?
No. Nothing's happening. That won't. There's no point in that. That does. No, not a chance. No, I thought it wouldn't work like that. I can't think first, Brent.
Okay. So
I have to insulate the whole.
We can rule out our current inventory. There's something else that
Climb
needs to be
through
done
here?
here.
What if I touch the fence? That's too dangerous.
It's too dangerous. Can't be having that. So I assume that there's, I guess, a hotspot that I have missed. So let's do the old scrub. And there's nothing in this one in the punch-in that we haven't seen. Because it looks like it's just the hole and kind of like the area around it.
I have to climb through here? What if I have to insulate the hole somehow. I have to insulate the holes. I climb through here? I have to insulate the hole. I have to insulate the hole somehow. I have to insulate the holes. I have to insulate the hole somehow. Climb through here? I have to climb through. I have climb through. I have to insulate the hole. Climb through here? I have to climb through here? I have to climb through here? What if I touch the fence? That's too dangerous. I have to insulate the hole somehow. Climb through here?
There's nothing else on this punch-in, right? Doesn't seem like it.
This villa is really huge. This villa is really huge. Such a palace. This villa is really huge. Such a palace. This villa is really huge. Such a palace. For only one person. Of course, there's a fountain as well. That must be standard design for houses like this. This villa is
Okay, so the villa is
really
basically
huge.
one big
Such a
hotspot.
palace. For
Nothing we
only
can do
one
on that.
person.
I do appreciate that the gardener just ran away. Not a fan of the fire.
I don't want that. I'd rather think the shears ruined. It won't work like. I should think up something else.
I'm trying to think if there's like a
That would be
combination of
stupid.
something we
Think
can do.
first, Brent.
Email the fire
That
department.
won't get me any further. That would be stupid. No, not a. Of course. It won't work like that.
To whom it may concern.
I can't. My gloves. I nicked them out of the exhibit room. No way. I should think up something else. That's the gardener's wheelbarrow.
I'm a little stumped on this one. Like that we managed to collapse a castle with magic today, but we can't manage to get through a little hole in the wall.
I have to insulate the hole somehow.
It's some pretty special stuff.
A wire fence.
A wire fence.
A wire climb through here? I have to insulate the climb through here? And what if I touch the fence? That's too dangerous.
I don't know. I really don't know. We've exhausted our inventory. It doesn't look like we can go any further out or in. We just have these 3 rooms here. So the only other 2 things that are really interactable are like the fence here, which is locked.
A very solid lock. I have no idea how I could open that. It's locked.
And then this punch in here, we've got the button. But that's literally it. I got a bunch of dogs bark every time we push the button. It doesn't look like anything's clickable there.
Not a bad little villa. This Sinclair doesn't seem to be a poor man. Of course, there's a fountain as well. That must be standard design for houses like this.
I'm missing a hip, like
That's
a hot
the
spot in
gardener's
here.
wheelbarrow. That's the gardener's wheelbarrow.
Hot spot. Can't do anything with left click on this.
I can't see any connection there. That won't get me any further.
It's like use something with the wheelbarrow.
I thought it wouldn't work like that.
Like that doesn't make any
Looks
sense.
like that
but
won't work.
We can't rule it out with a game
That
like
won't
this.
feel different with gloves either. That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that.
One violently hot spot, yeah. Fair enough, yeah, that's a good...
That doesn't work.
Other than...
That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that.
The hottest
that won't
of
get
spots.
Me any further. No, better not.
Alright, well that rules this out, I think.
Not a good idea. That would be stupid. You could hurt yourself with those.
Why did we run all the way over there to do that? That's interesting. I like that these guys are just like, is that a fire over there? Huh, guess it is.
This villa is really huge. Such a palace. For only one person.
Only one person. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
It's locked.
I've got to be missing something. I'm trying to remember if there's any other, like, things... I was going to say things burning in the background, but there is a thing burning in the background, quite literally, but if we had any other, like, open puzzles that maybe I could follow up on, because... like, perhaps there's an item that we need somewhere else. But...
That's the printout of the database information on the circle. Lord Sinclair's address is on it as well. 234 Winchester Street.
Don't like it. But his bodyguards are, yeah.
I have to insulate the hole somehow.
Well, the gardener also said, oh yeah, he's home. He's in there. I think we just got the run around.
Of course. It can't work like that.
Of course. Huh? Wait, hang on. What just happened?
Janet's ugly scarf, wrapped up in a plastic bag.
And what is that going to do? Okay. I just want to take this moment to just say why. that is not okay. That puzzle's not okay. I think that's that. I'm gonna save here. Let me reload the game. We're gonna start fresh. Oh, the game is crashing anyway. That's very good. That's appropriate. Yeah, that is a good icing. A good animation as well. Yeah, it's just the limp toss of the bag. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. Cougar Engine version 1 runtime. That is a tremendous puzzle. Tremendously infuriating. That is really not okay that this happened. I called out the scarf as like one of the first things that I clicked and threw in there, and then I also tried a bag. But no, the answer is put the scarf in a bag and then throw it over the bottom of this. Oh, okay. Normal walk.
How do you do, Mr. Halligan? How nice of you to visit us.
You know my name?
Certainly. Lord Sinclair has been expecting you.
He has? Is that boss of yours some kind of psychic or what?
Why don't you ask him that yourself? Let's go.
Amazing cutscene. No notes. This is a crazy video game. We're gonna watch the whole walk-in too. Like, we know where he's going. Why not cut this? Why not cut this? Why did we need this whole scene? We're gonna watch him shut the door? How would we know if the door was shut if we didn't see it?
Mr. Halligan, it is a great pleasure to meet you in person at long last.
The pleasure's mine. Would you mind telling your charming pet gorilla here to point his damn pistol somewhere else?
Please forgive us this precautionary measure, Mr. Halligan. I happen to be a distrustful man. Jack.
Why are we getting
Lord
so
Sinclair,
close?
now that we've met, there are a few questions I'd really like to ask you.
Certainly, certainly. After dinner I will answer any questions you deign to ask me.
What?
Until then, please be my guest. Jack, please be good enough to show our guest to his chamber.
We don't need to get that
You do not
close.
seem to be quite aware of the situation you are in, Lord Sinclair. I'm a detective from Scotland Yard. I don't want to have dinner with you. I'm here because of a series of murders in which you are a prime suspect.
With all due respect, Mr. Halligan, I took you for a wiser man than that. If anyone here is unaware of the situation they are in, you are. I have asked you to be my guest at dinner. Please don't disappoint me by refusing. Otherwise, I will have to ask Jack here to persuade you to stay in his own way.
I understand. I'm to stay here voluntarily, because if I don't, you'll force me. Is that it?
I'm glad we've settled that.
What is this conversation?
Now, if you would please follow my friend Jack, he will show you to your room. We will discuss everything else in detail later, over dinner.
Let's go.
Sunglasses inside. This is some Neil Breen level stuff going on here. This is powerful. Look at that animation.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Locked up in Lord Sinclair's house.
I mean, what just happened? Incredible. I mean, I feel like you can't make this game up. Somebody did once. Now it's out here. I guess I'll save. Okay, we'll call this dinner. Save.
The handles are locked. Lord Sinclair thinks of everything.
Why did we ever think that they would be unlocked?
This seems to be the way to the forest behind the house. Firmly locked.
Yeah, just wait it out for dinner. We'll just take a quick nap on the bed over here.
A wardrobe. Firmly locked.
I'm glad they didn't, like, get rid of any of our equipment here.
There's no point in that.
That's what I would have said had we not unlocked something with that before.
These pictures are ugly. These pictures are ugly.
Some nice art.
Oh my God. What's that supposed to be?
What reading?
Oh my God. What's that supposed to be?
What? And now we're in a cutscene? Wait, what? That was the whole point
Night
of
has
that?
arrived. That's all I needed.
Have we been staring at this painting for hours? Trying to figure out what it means? Can we turn the lights on? Oh my, I'm crying. I'm crying. That was so funny.
Can't do anything without the key. This door looks really solid.
Good solid door, huh?
There's a slit under the door.
Okay, what's something that would...
It won't work like that.
Okay.
No, not a chance.
Is this a Simon the Sorcerer situation
No,
here?
better not.
Where we need to use some... What's all this stuff on the floor? Alright, hang on. Is there anything else in this room?
I can feel that something's going on out there.
Oh my goodness.
You could hurt yourself with those. Not a good idea. That could work, but I haven't got a screwdriver.
A screwdriver? Yeah, I mean, I've got a bucket.
You could hurt yourself with those.
Right, but you also might not.
No, better not.
Okay.
That could work, but it's screwed on. That could work, but I haven't got a screwdriver. The window is locked.
Okay, so these are different things, huh?
I can feel that something's going on out there. Looks like that won't work. It won't work like that.
Like, this is the closest thing I can think of to a screwdriver.
I should think about it again.
Okay, well, we'll think about it.
Firmly locked.
Can we,
I thought it wouldn't work like that.
like, break into this?
You could hurt yourself with those.
Okay.
It would have surprised me if it had worked like that. That won't feel different with gloves either.
So that's the... I mean, that's got to be a thing, I guess. Just look at the painting a little, maybe more time will go by.
The picture looks even weirder in the dark.
No comment. Totally normal.
That's a nail.
Of course we can do that, right? The nail. Can we get the
That
nail?
doesn't work. I thought it wouldn't work like that.
How do we get the nail out of the wall?
There's no point in that. That's the picture with the tasteful motif.
What? Uh, okay. I feel like we want the nail.
That's a nail.
I like that he's like, that's a nail. Like, you idiot. This might be the most absurd puzzle in the whole game. I mean, have we not been living?
It won't improve if I put this picture next to it.
I don't know. I feel like nothing can surprise me anymore in this one.
I thought it wouldn't work like that. There's a slit under the door. There's a slit under the door. There's a slit under the door.
This does not have anything if I click on that. And then these little, like, spots here, I don't know. What are... Oh no. What is this? What are all these things? Deep sigh. What are the... Why is this a hotspot? Why is all this a hotspot? This whole... So this, I thought it was this like kind of connector point here, but it looks like this whole square here is a hotspot. Why? Why is that?
Can't do anything. This door, the keyhole is dark.
Okay. It is one of those things then. I can barely see.
That would be stupid. There's no point in that.
So I'm assuming that this is one of those situations where I need to push something out of the keyhole and it needs to land on a piece of paper and I need to catch it. That's my guess. The problem that we're running into here is it doesn't look like...
There's no point in that. No, not a chance.
Like, it doesn't look like we can put anything under there.
That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that. That won't get me any further. That won't get me any further.
So this can be done a number of ways, right?
It won't improve if I put this picture... It won't improve if I put this picture next to it. It won't improve if I put... It won't improve if I put this picture next to it.
Okay. Okay. It's all good. Is there like... Do we just smash the window?
You could hurt yourself with those.
Punch through the window?
That won't feel different with gloves either. That won't feel different with gloves either. I can't do that. Not a good idea. There's no point in that.
Trying to think of every possible stupid thing that we can do.
I should think up something else. Looks like that won't work. Nothing's happening. I should think about it again. I should think up some... I don't believe it will... Firmly locked. A wardrobe. Firmly locked.
Very squeaky read of that.
These pictures are typical of guest rooms. Typical of these pictures are ugly.
Turning off your brain.
Nothing's happening.
That's encouraging.
I don't want that. Looks like that won't work.
Hammer it in.
No, better not.
I use these.
That doesn't work. I'd rather think about it again. That's a nail.
That's a nail.
It won't work like that.
That's a nail. Just use the
Can't
door.
do anything without the key. This can't do anything without the key. Can't do anything without the key.
It's very strange to me that there's not even... There's not even like a reading for this. It doesn't give you any info. Bag it and tag it. Drink some apple juice. Good advice for the whole game.
It won't work like that.
Sadly, it
That won't
seems
get
that
me any
that's the
further.
case.
Not a good idea. That doesn't work. There's a slit under the door.
So where does the slit end?
There's a slit under the door. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that.
Alright, so let me make sure that I'm going right up against the edge here.
Won't improve if I put this picture next to it. I don't believe it will work like that. Of course, I don't want that. There's a slit under the door. Of course, there's no point in that. That won't feel different with gloves either. That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that. I can't see any connection there. I can't. Looks like that won't work. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that.
Less disappointment that way.
A wardrobe.
That's the wardrobe?
Firmly locked.
Okay, so...
I can't see any connection there.
Wardrobe. Can we get the wardrobe?
Won't improve if I put this picture next to it.
Can we put the picture back up? You can. What? Oh. That one hurt me. That was actual physical pain that I had just experienced there.
I think there's something in it on the other side.
That one really... That one hurt. Oh.
Of course, it can't work like that.
Oh, no. Okay.
That would be no, I can't do that. Can't do anything without the key.
Oh, okay. Oh, holy cow. That's incredible. Incredible stuff. All right, can we do this again?
I can't see any connection there.
I'm assuming, and again, I don't want to assume anything.
Not a good idea.
That we can put the piece of paper out there to catch
that's
key that's in the door, right?
It won't improve if I put this picture next.
No, I guess not. All right, catch you later, Soul Driver.
Can't do anything without the key. I thought it wouldn't work. That doesn't work. That's futile. Not a good idea. I should think up something else.
Can we use this in the wardrobe, I guess?
No, I would only scratch everything.
Oh, because that's going to be a problem. We couldn't afford that. We use this on the...
No, I would only scratch everything. No, I would only scratch everything.
Okay. We scratch everything. Person's trying to kill us, but...
That's a nail.
Okay, so we just used the nail on the painting?
That's the canvas I detached from the picture.
So now we have...
This is the frame of the picture I took down.
I have a picture frame. Does that go here? What is this video game?
No, better not. Of course, it can't work like that.
Of course. Of course not.
That won't get me any further.
Only all of the things... What is happening?
Not a good idea. That's the canvas I detached from the picture. I'd rather think about it. Won't work. That's the canvas I detached from the picture.
Okay.
I should think up something else. That's the canvas I detached from the picture. They would have surprised. I can't see any connection there.
Cut it up.
I can't see any. The shears. Ruined. I should think up something else. This is the frame of the picture I took down.
Oh, goodness.
That it won't work. I can't see any connection there. Not a good. Think first, Brent.
What is happening? Am I awake? Did I like fall asleep on stream? It's the only way I could make sense of this right now.
I should think up something. Of course, it can't work like that. I can't do that. Can't do anything without the key.
Okay, we just clipped out of the door. Oh, we're back.
Can't do anything without the key.
What is happening? What is happening?
I'd rather think about it again. I thought it. That would be stupid. That won't get me any further. I should think up something else. Of course, it can't work like that.
Of course.
It would have surprised me if it had worked like that. That won't get... Of course, it can't work like that. I should think about it again. No way. I should think up something else. I don't want that.
I don't think I don't even know how to talk anymore.
Of course, it can't work like that.
Because none of these things have made sense. What else is there to look at here? Like, don't tell me this is gonna I can use this again or something. Just put the frame back up.
Typical of guest rooms. Firmly locked. Firmly locked.
Pants on head, moronic.
Can't do anything without the key. This door looks really solid.
I mean, why can't I just use this?
I don't want that. They would have surprised me. Not a good idea. Nothing's happening.
The corner was... Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. So so just this part mattered, which is sort of like the one thing that I had tested before, but like once I realized this was all a hotspot, I didn't think anything of it. Okay. Okay.
What was that? God! Somebody's screaming out there in the forest. There's a slit under the door.
Okay. Okay.
What the hell's going on out there? I have to get out of here.
Okay. Yep. All right.
That doesn't work. It won't work like that. Can't do anything without the key.
What did this do for us?
There's a slit under the door. I should think about it again. I don't want that.
I don't want that?
There's a slit under the door. I don't want that. That's the canvas I detached from the picture.
So what's... This is all still part of the... Oh, okay. These are not selectable, so we can't pick up the tiles.
I don't want that.
Clipboard?
Looks like that. I should think about it again.
I mean, literally, I'm just trying to think of the silliest
That
possible
won't feel
things.
different with gloves either. That I can't see any connection. That won't get me any further. No, better not. No, better not. Firmly locked.
So what was the benefit of doing that, though?
The keyhole is dark.
Is it a hotspot situation?
That won't have that. No, think first. That won't get me any further. No, better. That's futile. I thought that won't help. No way. Not a good idea. There's a slit under the door. I think there's something in it on the other side. The keyhole is dark. No, better not. No, better not.
Why?
Think first, Brent. That won't... I can't see any connection there. Looks like that won't work. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that. No, I should think... Looks not... I thought there's no point in that.
This is madness. This is actual madness.
Not a good idea. No way.
Like, it's so obvious. Like, just poke the key out of the keyhole. Have it fall down into this little, like, crevice that we've made, and then you can have the key. But the game, unless I'm like clicking on the wrong hotspot, which I don't think I am.
I think there's something. The keyhole is dark. Can't do it. This door looks really solid.
Like, this is going to be something like, use the bone on the door.
I don't believe it will work like that. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
Smash glass on
Of course,
door.
it can't work like that. That won't get me any further. It won't work like that.
Oh, this is crazy. This is actual crazed gaming right here. This is
I'd
nuts.
rather think about it again. What the hell's going on out there? I have to get out of here. What the hell's going on? Firmly locked.
Is this just a red herring, I take it?
No, I would only scratch everything. No, I would only scratch everything. I can't do that.
Do I need to combine this
That
with
doesn't
something
work.
else?
No way, that doesn't work. I thought it would. I'd rather... Looks like that won't. No, not a chance.
'Cause that just feels
No,
like it's...
it won't work. Looks like that won't. It won't work. I don't believe it. Not a good idea.
I mean, I guess I'm using my brain.
No,
And
no,
we've
not a
learned that
chance.
that's a terrible idea.
That would be stupid. It won't work like... Think it won't work. I can't see any... No, a roll of plastic bags to secure evidence.
That was what I was saying. Like, why does it matter if
That
we
is no
scratch the
important. I'd rather
microwave?
think
or
about it
microwave,
again.
the wardrobe.
That looks like... I should think up something else.
Why did I say microwave?
There's
I don't
no
know.
point
My
in
brain
that.
is microwaved right now.
I should think about it. I should think about it again. That's... I thought it wouldn't work like that. No, no. I should... It won't work. I think there's something in it on the other side. I can't do that. I should think up something else. That doesn't work. What the hell's going on out there?
What's going on in here? All right.
The key. I think there's something in it on the other side.
This is crazy. This is just an insane video game that's occurring right here.
Think first, Brent. Nothing's happening.
It's so bold of the game just to be like, you're wrong, player. How dare you have this thought? That is sort of like where it all went. I mean, it went off the rails a long time ago. But that really did have an effect on me.
There's a slit under the door. There's a slit under the door. No, no, better not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't work like Lowry's paper scissors have suffered a bit.
What is the most
blade
crazed thing I
on.
can use
That
on the
won't
door to
help
knock
either.
this thing out? Like,
No, not a chance. I don't want that. I thought it wouldn't work like that. Now the bucket's hanging from the fishing rod. Looks like that won't work. Not a good. No, I should think. I'd rather think about it again. That would be stupid. Not a good idea. I should. Nothing's. There's no. They would have. I thought it wouldn't work like that. No. I would only scratch everything. I don't want that. No. Think first, Brent.
I mean, what? How does any of this make sense?
No, better not. They would have surprised. No, that won't. I should think. I should think up something else. No, I can't. Think. No, I'd rather think about. That would be. I can't do. That's futile. That.
I mean, this is so crazy. This is crazy. Did I not do this? Did I not do that before? Did I not click in the right spot? Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna get mad. I tried it on the slit, of course. And then this works fine now. Okay. Okay. I'll just go grab this. No
Here
problem.
we are. The key.
As we always do, you always leave the key in the lock. Every time. Save. Painting. Save. Let's go. Said, let's go. There we go. Okay. Holy cow. We've got a load of other things to do. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. I'm gonna call it here. That was some of the most challenging video gaming I think I may have ever done in my life. I'm proud of myself for surviving. Well, I say I survived, but we'll see what the after effects are.